T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you going? It's LadyChann, rep nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chan. Yeah, I'm late. I'm not saying nothing more about it. You know how it goes. It is midnight in the building here, and this is the we thought I'd tie it in with Tyson Fury's win. Tyson Fury's win, right? We'll chop that up as non-members for all the non-members to participate, and then we will move on to our members only live. I am aware that there's another card as well. Could tie it in, might not, may not. We'll see how it goes because we do want to chop it up about some stuff in the building. So let me just get this banner going. Banner. Hey, she is I and I am her. Okay. Handles down below. I think, shall I? Let me set the mood because we out here. Yes, that's it. Mood. You know, we have to have the mood light in the building. So make sure my chair is comfy and okay. Let me get the banner. Let me get the banner. So this show is only okay. So I have to take all of that off. So let's call this one Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury versus CHISORA. 3 post-fight reaction. In the building, in the Uzdanya. Save. Show. Now I do what I do. Does my mic sound nice? Chickadee check 1, check 2. Does my mic sound nice? I think it does. Let's do the roll call, shall we? Brushes. When I see a brush, I have to brush. Another brush. Guys, if I should give you a desk tour, you'd be horrified. You'd probably unsubscribe. Comb. Y-tooth one. Does what it does. Yeah. Oh God, I've got so much stuff on here. It's quite wild. Okay. Okie dokes. Let's go. Let's get it on and popping. Roll call. If I can find y'all. Bars. Good at this, isn't it? Should be an MC. Okay. We have Modern King Boxing in the booth. Jimmy McClendon in the building. Ringside Reporter Live in the building. King of King Boxing in the building. What up, LadyChann? Lisa Bell's the queen in the building. Stephen T in the building. Mark Niggity Nash, YouTube hubby in the building. Donald Banks DB in the building. New Media Today USA Boxing in the building. What up, Mally Mal? AJL Day in the building. Charlo in the building. King TJ in the building. El Primero, a.k.a. Upload Type in the building. Dr. Paul P in the building. Devil Beats in the building. My sister R to the left in the building. D-Style Boxing in the building. What up, girl? Dub Right Side in the building. Slim Boxing Commentary in the building. Hector Garcia, mi esposo número uno, in the building. Mark in the building. Ricky in the building. ERF Boxing in the building. Don Juan in the building. You back? Nice to see you back, Don Juan. Ivo in the Ustania. And last but not least, Ben Adams in the building. Okay. Okay, let me shout, put the invites out as well. And get your asses in here. Step your game up. Far too lively for midnight, aren't I? Strange creature I am, I tell you. So yeah, we're gonna. Okay, there's something else I need to do. So yeah, you guys are in the building. The boxing scholar, what up, Doe? Silvestri, what up, Dow? Lisa Bells, what up, Dow? Yes, salute right back to you, Silvestri. In the building. Sounds good. All right, then. All right, I believe you. My sister Arlette Stephen in the building. How do you join? Do you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll put a link in. Let me just put a link in for you, because yeah, we get it on and popping. One afterwards, mods, you're gonna have to save the links, okay? So when other people want to know how to join, you let them know how to join, you know. So I'm just gonna do it for you here. 1 second. Copy. This is how you join. There you go. What's your name? El Gramos. See, I see you before. So there it is. Está aquí para ti, see? Subscribe. Yeah, we got the merchandise in the building. All right, I see some of you lot loaded up at the back. Yes, my guy, all day and twice on a Sunday. It's Bomb Squad. Uzdania in the building. Shouts out in the building. Okie dokes. So, I'm introducing, introducing, introducing. Who we introducing? We have my sister, the Queen Lisa Bells in the building, and AJ Alden in the building. What up, guys?
Nothing. What's going on? Chilling.
We're here in the Uzdania.
What's going on, AJ?
We got our Ukrainians. What up, guys? What's up with family?
Chilling.
Chilling like a villain. You know?
Nothing. Getting ready for this fight. Looking forward to it tonight.
Yeah. Okay. We got another. I'm introducing. Introducing. Introducing.
Please.
Introducing Candace Moody, my sister in the building. Out of New York. Hey, Candy.
Hey. What's up, Candace? Nothing.
Yo.
We here to talk about you know what we saw. Crazy. Well, I can. You know what? I followed. Shouts out to Ade. I did watch Ade's commentary on there, and I liked it. It gave me a clear picture of the fight. So I did my post-fight breakdown. Going by that. There's a bit of ruffling. A lot of ruffling. Mute your mic. I'll mute you. Yeah, it was a clear, precise commentary. Sounded fair. And yeah, it sounded like I know AJ watched it. I don't think Lisa Bales watched it, and I don't think Sister Candice watched it either, because we weren't going to pay for it. And I stood by my guns, and I did ask my subscribers if they wanted me to go live for it, then I would pay for it. And it was like 66% of my of my audience said no, thank you, no gracias. So guys, talk to me about it. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go first. I'm just gonna say it like this: Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, and the Three Blind Mice could obviously see That fight was so full of shit. That's how I look at it. And I was like, thank God I didn't watch that bullshit for what it was.
Yeah, I love you, Candice. You just talk it out. It is. AJ watched it, so AJ, go through. Come on. Yeah, what is that? Was it that? It was boring, wasn't it? So that's what
Well, I
it
mean,
was.
what is there really to say? Like, we all figured this would happen. I'm just pissed at myself for actually wasting my time and watching that fight. I shouldn't have even. I shouldn't even have bothered. Really, I mean, it was a pointless match, a pointless fight, and Tyson Fury should be ashamed of himself. He really should. Like, I mean, it's like I just don't. I got nothing to say. I really, yeah.
Walk us through it, AJ. Walk us through it, because I heard round one, Derek Chisora started off okay, but then he buckled. He got buckled. He got hit with a short little uppercut and I think a short right, and that buckled him in round
Okay.
one.
All right. So yeah, I say for like the first maybe minute, Derek was looking good. He was landing straight lefts. Backing Fury up, looking strong. But then Fury came on, buckled Derek, hurt him, and then it was just one-way traffic throughout the rest of the fight. I mean, like Fury, it looked to me Fury was just kind of carrying him a bit. And I mean, but one thing that I did notice is that Derek was landing a lot of body shots on Fury.
Yeah.
Not sure if those really bothered him. I think they may have, and I think it kind of prolonged Fury's assault.
Yeah.
But it was just it was just mostly like I mean, there he showed a lot of heart, man. He's a tough guy. I mean, and honestly, I really want him to retire after this because like it was painful to watch. And it's like by round 6, 7, 8, it's like, all right, anytime now y'all could throw the towel in and do something. You know what I mean? Because he's not gonna he's not gonna win this fight, man.
Yeah. I heard that's what Tyson Fury was looking for him to do, to be fair. Like I heard that Tyson Fury was kind of looking at the at the ref, like, aren't you gonna stop this?
Oh, so now he cares. When he chose this guy in the first place. Now he cares about that, really.
That's some bullshit.
Now he's sympathetic. When he chose this guy that was we all come on, man. I mean
I told you that's why I said what I said. I said, man, I said, that's why I said Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and the Three Blind Mice could saw that shit for what it was. That's why I didn't watch that shit. I was like, man, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who defended this, like, I got nothing to say to you, really.
You'd be surprised who defended it. Like, well, I think most people didn't, but you had one person saying he should be knighted for this.
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Yeah.
You posted in the chat. I don't know who that guy was, but
that
dude must have been on drugs.
Yeah, it's on some kind.
He should be. I mean, I know he should be Marie Antoinette off with his fucking head, because that was like the most bullshit ass fight I ever seen in my fucking life, man.
Completely pointless.
I think he did it to give Chisora a big payday. I don't know if he got a big one.
Yeah, it was friendship. Definitely friendship.
Yeah. And he carried that fight. You could tell from what I just picked up. I said I think he carried it. He didn't want to really hurt him bad.
Yeah.
But because he likes him. They're friends.
Yeah. That's what it was, basically.
But I will say the highlight of the event was Usyk getting up on their apron, staring down with Fury. Like Fury called him up there. Usyk got up, and Fury's doing his whole Dasher, his whole shtick where he just trash talks the guy. And Usyk is just staring at him the whole time, didn't say a word, not one word.
That's funny.
Usyk's like he's stoic, isn't it? When he decides to be stoic, he is stoic, isn't he?
But if for some reason Joe Joyce decides to jump up there,
he knew that was probably an unimpressive win. To be fair.
Oh yeah, he was looking at Fury like he was food.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, then Joe Joyce decides to jump up there, and like I didn't really understand the first thing he said, but it just killed the vibe.
Joe Joyce fighting him next.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, bro, what are you jumping up there for? Trying to get loud with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stop clouting. You're not fighting him next. It's Usyk. Stop clouting.
He said, I saw in the press well, he said Fury said he wants Joe Joyce to fight Wilder while he fight Usyk.
Say that again.
He said he wants Joe Joyce to fight Wilder while he fight Usyk. Like
Joe Joyce to fight Wilder while he fights Usyk. Wilder's not look. Wilder's. They both want the these. Everyone. All roads is leading to AJ. They want the AJ bag. So I don't know when.
But that's what Fury was saying. Like he calling shots. Like I don't know. It's just
Caller on here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of befuddled by the heavyweight division.
I'm getting sick of fighters telling other guys who they need to fight. Hey, Fury, why don't you fight Usyk first, then go fight Joyce? Why do you do that?
Whoop his ass.
Why do you do that?
I know.
Yet if you beat Usyk, fight Joyce. Fight Joyce after that.
Usyk will whoop Fury's ass because I saw like the picture. Usyk was just like he looked like he about to doze the fuck off of sleep because that was some boring ass fight. He was like, he was about to fall asleep, man. He's like, the fuck I came out here for to watch this bullshit, man. I could be. I mean, I said I got better. I could have been. Home. Fight Russia, that'd be more. And fight Russia and the rest of the motherfuckers. At least that's more excitement than that bullshit that fight you just went to.
Yeah. Everyone's quiet. Go ahead.
There's not really much to say, Chan.
Well,
really
I was just listening to, like I mean, I know people saying he did the best, but I'm just like people. I'm just saying people. I feel like people are saying like, okay, well, he's too small, Usyk, to fight him. But that's if you go in the history of boxing, there were smaller men that fought bigger men. We got to look at people like Primo Canary. He was a big dude.
Thank you.
With a lot of knockouts, but he wasn't necessarily the best technically. But there were smaller guys. I'm not saying that you got to look at history. I can't go by what people say. You got to prove it in the ring. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's like you can't
all I'm saying. Just prove it in the ring.
1 second, guys. Give me 1 minute. Keep chopping it up. Just 1 minute, okay?
Okay. At least you're right. It's like just because somebody assumes that one person is small, they didn't get steamrolled. That's not the case at all. You know what I mean? How many times has that been disproven in like boxing, especially at heavyweight? Alexander was, Holyfield was a light heavyweight at some point.
Yeah, he was small.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, dude fought a light heavy, and he went all the way up to heavy. And look how many wins he got, and how much hell he gave heavyweights. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So just because a guy's small, that doesn't matter. I mean, that's why I'm just annoyed. Always small, he's gonna get steamed. No. I mean, I remember before Usyk, the first Usyk Joshua fight. I'm sure a lot of people thought Joshua was gonna knock Usyk out. Did that happen? No, it didn't. Did it?
No. Because a lot of those smaller guys are much faster.
That's what I'm saying. That's their asset. That's the strength.
Right.
Because they're so small. That's their strength. Their mobility.
Right.
They're able to move. They're quicker. You know what I mean? Because they're naturally smaller.
Right. And that's the separation from Fury. I get that part. He is quick. He's nimble. And he's got, he's rangy, he's long arms, can feint great. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm not saying that.
Sorry. What up? In the building. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Hi, KOK.
Hey, KOK. I'm not taking that away from him, but hey, what's up?
What's
I'm
up?
not taking that away from him.
What was you saying? What you're not taking away from him? That the fact that he's a good boxer, or
I'm not taking that away from him. I put like his assets or whatever. But what I'm saying in history, like I can't go by what people say online. This one is too small or that, or they'll say the only one. No, you got to go by history.
Right. Sorry, I'm just playing around. Go Go ahead.
But you also got to prove it in the ring.
Yeah, he knighthood is a joke. I guess because AJ's got a Queen's accreditation, that people want him to have one now. I mean, but the Queen's not alive. King Charles probably doesn't really want to salute cokeheads. Let's just have it right. And drug cheats that are in the sport. You're not a clean athlete. You're not an Olympian. So stop.
So Fury beats a past Chisora, which we all knew he was going to do. Now he should be knighted for that.
Yeah. Like, come on, Britain. Do better than that, man. Do better. They're losers. They're fucking losers. People that say that, they're just fucking fanboys. It's just kind of very.
I mean, yeah. Anybody who supported this fight or liked the result were Fury fanboys. That's it.
That's all. That's all it is.
They don't give a shit. I told you, don't Fury fanboys. He's sucking his dick better than Paris does. So what the fuck?
They charged y'all for this. Y'all had to pay. I know you didn't pay, Chan, but like they was charging pay-per-view out there for this.
Watch it. I had to listen to Wagwan Remington. They are debo. I had to just listen to how they call it. Shouts out.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got a super chat in the building. Our money. Thank you, Al, for the super sticker. Massively appreciated. Thank you very much, sir.
At least he lasted longer than Dylan White did. So
yeah,
he did. He lasted. This is the phone line. Look, they let cokeheads and cheat. I know. Phone line for my American family. If you want to phone in, 917-268-9433. If you're in the UK, 07939530676. It is also scrolling down at the bottom. So when this main one comes off, guys, the numbers are always at the bottom. I haven't seen the fight, so I'm going. I feel like I have due to the commentary. So there was
don't bother.
There was just Derek Chisora retreating back to that turnbuckle corner, like what he did, a la Parker.
Yes.
And let Fury tee off. Then I heard Fury kind of teed off, but then took his foot off the gas. It was friendly. Yeah. And then he started to bust up Chisora's face. Chisora's face, as you can see on my report thumbnail and it looks a hot mess. I don't understand how Chisora. I mean, he could have put up a better account. I mean, because you did well against Joseph Parker's, you did well against Usyk, but I guess Fury's not a big puncher like that. And for you, he just religiously walks into the right hand. Like, he's just not skilled. Shouts out to Chisora. He's never been world level, never been elite. He brings the war. He does, but I think he just give
it an old college try, man. He just do it just to do it. That's just how it is.
I mean, at several points, it looked like he was going to fall during the fight. You know what I mean? Like just losing his footing, just stumbling all over the place.
Old. He's old, man. He's old for the. I know heavyweights can go on older, but he's been in war after war after war, and the reason why he's been in war after war after war is because he doesn't have boxing fundamentals. So he has to just do rock'em sock'em, and it's rock'em sock'em to death, and it's rock'em sock'em at Fringe World. It's rock'em sock'em at world level. It's rock'em sock'em at elite. It's just everything he does has to be rock'em sock'em because he's very one-dimensional and he doesn't have the fundamentals. So at 38, he's finished. He's done. And I worry. If he wants to continue, I ain't here to tell nobody what to do. I'll be like, go on, continue. I'll watch whatever you're in. But I'm fearful that we'll hear him punchy in the next few years.
Now, but Chad, you know what he is? He's the male Jessica McCaskill.
Yeah, he is. Overhand right. That's all you got. And that landed a couple times on Fury. All I heard was that round 4 was possibly a round for a Chisora round, but really and truly it was a shutout. It was pitched a shutout up until the stoppage. So King in the building. Come on, I know. I know you're not really into Fury. You're not really.
I didn't see the fight, so I was just letting everybody else cook.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it either, but I did watch the commentary, and the commentary that I watched, I felt like I've seen it.
I mean, just speaking on Chisora,
yeah.
I mean, unless it's a money thing, I don't see the purpose of him going out here getting battered like that, like any further. It just, I don't know. Maybe it is money, but at some point in time, what's the point of making money if you lose your marbles in the process?
Right.
I just don't see I don't see any need for it. The guy has 60 plus fights or something like that. I mean,
40 odds. 50.
Yeah, 50, something like
almost
that.
50 and some change, maybe. So
yeah.
13, 14 losses. I mean,
yeah,
I don't see it. I mean, even right now, he's not being a gatekeeper is a bad idea because then you get beat up by young dudes. So journeyman's even worse, and you show up for short. I mean, maybe do some like light touches, expedition style stuff back home. I don't know how popular it is in the UK. Yeah, and just do some stuff like that. Get some checks, do some guest appearances, sign. Do some train. I don't know, train something, do something else. But boxing is a wrap for you, bro.
But Chan, one other thing, we almost got a shock upset. I'm sure you know.
Sorry, go ahead.
We almost got a shock upset. I'm sure you know. Daniel Dubois.
Oh, God, please do tell.
Yes, let's talk about Dubois. I got all the smoke for that.
Do tell.
Woo! Down 3 times in the first round, man.
Down 3 times. What? Listen.
I'm hearing he injured his ankle. I'm hearing he injured his ankle, though. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I heard his ankle.
I was gonna say, an old man Bob Earl was talking shit about Eddie Hearn, and after that fucking card, I'm like, dude, you need to get like a retired porn star from the 1940s, give you a sponge bag and shut your fucking trap, because that whole fight was bullshit, bro.
Well, I hope they got whoever went to see it. I hope they got the money's worth. Whoever paid. So.
Dubois to the second 2 knockdowns, like he basically looked like he fucking fainted. I was like, "What the hell was going on?"
That's what I said. It's like what he went down just like deliberately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just kind of bent over and fell. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe one was like, is he okay? Like, what the hell's going on here?
Low key, the way he was collapsing like that, like I said, he better be glad he's over there. Low key, if I was a ref and I seen a dude just falling out like that, I would stop that fight. I don't know what. Well, he wasn't even hitting him, and he was just feigning, and then it's like, is this motherfucker like all the way there? But you know how it goes. The bar always got some generous person around. And he got lucky. He got to power up, dude. I mean, it ain't like he concussed, dude. He got stopped on his feet. Yeah, so to me, low key, that's spotty to me, regardless.
Stoppage, all a la Frank Warren. Listen, sorry to interject. Sorry, my bad. You can finish if you want.
Oh, you go ahead. You're already about to spit what I'm about to say.
Yeah, listen, to me, right, they just tried to have a Joshua 2.0. They wanted the Joshua. Okay, let me pause there, my sister. I'm going to hook you all up. Yeah. So Frank Warren wanted it look like Eddie Hearn's got a Joshua. We can have our version of Joshua. Okay, well, he didn't place in the Olympics for one.
No.
He was in there, but he didn't place. Neither did your sister. When I saw this guy, what was he called? What's he called? Len something, who Daniel Dubois just fought.
Oh, Kevin Lorena. I think that's the guy's name.
That's it. Okie doke. So Lorena is a career cruiserweight. Okay. So for one, when I saw the difference in the face-off, because I did watch the face-off and weigh-in, I was like, well, Daniel Dubois should just like pitch. At first I thought 3 rounds. I did. I predicted. I gave him a bit of extra because I thought Lorena maybe, he's only had 1 loss. Smaller guy, quicker on his feet, but you're going to get stopped nonetheless. You should not be getting dropped. But this is why I don't want to hear no one talk about no AJ, right? I don't want to hear people talk about AJ. AJ has lost. Yes. He's been down by someone that is a heavyweight. Andy Ruiz is a heavyweight, skilled, fast hand fighter. He went down multiple times. I think 4 times. I got it. I get it.
Klitschko put him down as well.
Klitschko put him down. 6'7".
Big puncher, all that. Yeah.
50s, 260 pound massive puncher. You went down. I get it. I got it. Listen, Tyson Fury, you went down with Payak and
Cunningham.
Cruiserweight. You went down. Listen, Daniel Dubois, you went down with a cruiserweight. 3 times you went down. Alexander Usyk didn't put Anthony Joshua down. We've never seen Anthony Joshua not in a knocked out status. We've never seen him eyes rolling back. So I don't want to hear nothing about glass chin, glass jaw. Oh, he got beat up by a cruiserweight. Keep the same fucking energy, you fucking Frank Warren cucks. And I want to see you all criticizing Daniel Dubois for getting dropped by a not elite career cruiserweight. That's what I want to see. I need to see that by Monday. Report to HR by Monday with your criticism. I need to see.
That's very concerning. It's very concerning.
Because Daniel Dubois, AJ, Candice, Lisa, King of King, is not great, love. Listen, I don't put Daniel Dubois even in the top 15 current heavyweights.
Not anymore. Not anymore after this.
That's the way he got knocked out 3 times, man. Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here.
By this no-name guy? Like,
listen, does Dubois beat Fury? No. Does Dubois beat Joyce? No. Does Dubois beat AJ? No. Does Dubois beat does he beat Andy Ruiz? No. Does Dubois beat Usyk? No. Does Dubois
Wilder?
No.
Hell no. Why the hell no?
Does Dubois beat Frank Sanchez? No. Does Dubois beat Jalalov? No. Does Dubois beat
Makhmadov?
Makhmadov? No. Does Dubois beat
Anderson?
Who?
Jared Anderson.
Nope.
Does Dubois beat Jared Anderson? That's your best bet to go. That's more evenly matched. You guys are on the same amount of fights, but do you beat him? No, you don't. I could go down the motherfucking list. Does Dubois beat Ergovic? No. Does Dubois beat who else is it? Who we've named?
I got one. We talked about this. I said sorry. My bad, Chan. Sorry.
Remind me, because I need help.
No. It's like, not only am I convinced now, Fabio Woodley knocks him out.
Does Dubois beat Fabio Woodley? In my opinion, no. Does Dubois beat Carlos? I don't know. Does
Zhang.
Dubois?
I think he gets beat by Zhilei Zhang.
Does he beat Zhilei Zhang? No, he doesn't. I don't think so even there. So therefore, we've gone on and named 15. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Let me hook you up onto I could hear you coming through the phone. I was like, what's that coming through? It's my Artillelet. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Let's get her on and we'll get you your round of applause. You know how we do. Hang on. So connect. Because I take it off because sometimes if I'm sending a text, it's like whoop, whoop, it comes up on the show and that, and it's just like, all right, we've got Arlette in the building. Arlette, what up, Doe?
Hey, baby.
What up? What's going on, big sis? Talk to me. We've just
named 50. Hey, Mr. Brown. Hey, King the King.
What's up, Arlette?
What up?
Yes. Arlette, we've just named 15. I'm going to get your take on Tyson Fury, so we'll go there. But we've just named 15 geezers that definitely wiped the floor with Daniel Dubois. Like, the best bet he's got to go to is, who's the geezer that dropped Ruiz again? Chris Arreola. That's your level, Daniel Dubois. That's where I believe that you are. Yeah, you beat him. Just about. And just about.
How about what's his name? That Luis Ortiz beat.
Luis Ortiz beat Daniel Dubois.
Charles Martin.
I'm talking about Charles Martin.
Charles Martin may get statued again. He may turn into a statue, but he's
that's a war. He's a big dude, man.
Southpaw, and we just saw this dude, Lorena Southpaw, give this geezer all sorts of problems. So even Charles Martin will.
How about that guy from Brooklyn that what's his name, lost? He lost twice, the white guy. That's from another country.
Kawanaki.
Yeah.
Adam
Yes.
Kawanaki. Yeah, that's your level. He will beat him. He will beat him. Go by a Kawanaki, a Nordic Nightmare, a Robert Elanius you could beat as well. Them two you could beat. Other than that, mate, you're other than that, Daniel Dubois, it's the end. You're
Yo,
not
I'm dying.
he's I've never been high on him. I've never been high on him. You've never seen me rant rave about no Daniel do blood clot blah. You did a lackluster performance. How about you took 4 rounds to stop all the other fighters. No disrespect, even Wilder would have just washed Trevor Bryan I reckon in 2 rounds. That Trevor Bryan would have walked into a right.
Oh, he'd have knocked him out in a round. He'd have got him in a round.
How about
round?
How about that
All of
coffee and rice that's on Coach's show?
Say that? Yeah. Say that again, Arlette.
That coffee.
Michael Coffee.
What's his name?
Michael Coffee.
Right?
No, Johnny Rice. Mate, would you? Those are the levels that Daniel Dubois needs to fight. No cap. No cap. Shouts out Frank Warren if any of your little people them's listening and spying, because I know you lot do listen to us YouTubers. You need to come back again, reload and come back again with the Daniel Dubois thing, because people like me that are from the UK, we're not sold.
It's two things, man, that Dubois, and this is why I tell people, y'all quit fucking paying attention to practice. His whole mantra is built around that he might have hurt or dropped AJ in fucking sparring.
I doubt
that's the whole mantra we're gonna build. Look, y'all, sparring is practice. You do shit you would not normally fucking do. And if he fucked around, got lucky because AJ was bullshitting around with him with the young buck, trying to make him feel good about himself and got caught. That's not nothing to fucking tout yourself about. Yeah. Some bullshit.
Yeah. That's why.
Wait, I got it. Give Jermaine Franklin a whole fucking camp and let's see if Dubois can beat him.
Jermaine Franklin and see if you can beat him. But this is what they do. Yes, Karma, shouts out. Yes, this is what they do. They craft a lot of their fighters over there at Frank Warren. They tried to craft it always at the back of AJ. Like they've done that with Fury. They did it. Wilder's did it, but he's not Frank Warren. But they all do it off of the back of AJ. Listen, you're not him. You're never going to be him. Even with his losses, like he's better than you lot. Like your level of competition, Daniel Dubois is pants, in my opinion. He's just pants. He's a hype job. He's just got his personality. I'd rather watch paint dry.
Dillian White knocked him out.
Yeah, Dillian White could stop him. Dillian White's a bit on the slide, but I think Dillian White, I don't think Daniel Dubois runs through no White.
Dubois been overrated. This is what I was saying about him before. This is before he even lost. I was calling him out because I said that he was going to lose to Joyce in that fight. But I'm like, he's one of these dudes that got those. But I guess we can now call him Frank Warren knockouts, because I seen Joyce get one of them against Tackham, where it's like a dude gets slightly hurt and then the referee's jumping in, waving it off, and it's like,
welcome to
I haven't seen him concuss nobody and just really bounce him off the ropes, and it's like always him flexing and hitting some guy and standing over him and then the ref jumping. It's that same ref that I've seen in this fight.
Keep the same.
Okay.
As fights go that way, everyone's ready to say, "Oh, you know how it is with Eddie Hearn in this fight. You know he pays off the rest." Let's see. Keep the same energy now, because what I was aware of, that was some big time premature stoppage. Let me get this super chat. Demetrius, shouts out for you for dropping that quarter of a dub on your girl. So, Demetrius, Get Hands. I thought your name was Demetrius. My bad. I've just read that wrong. Get Hands. Thank you. Demetrius King comes out of retirement to slump Dubois. All right, Demetrius King. Who's this geezer? Because I'm not aware of Demetrius King.
I think he fought Bermain. He's one of the guys who beat Bermain Stavern. I think he knocked out Stavern.
Oh God! Well, if it's that level,
yeah.
Maybe I'll have to pull up.
I could be wrong. I got to look it up, but I think he's the guy that fought, who gave Stavern his first knockout loss, other than Wilder. Yeah,
and you're probably right. Get Hands. I know what you're trying to say. Then even that level, smokes Dubois. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Thank you for your donation as well. Massively appreciated. Yeah, I get it.
And I
Guys,
was
the chat's quite
thinking
busy.
with that. I was thinking with that eye injury that he has, that Joe George gave him. I don't think he's gonna ever be 100%.
No, because when he moves up to someone like the big bad boy punchers, the boxer punchers, that eye is going sayonara in the building. Trust me, they have see when Daniel Dubois really steps up. They're really trying to sell him as some world beater because he's got a fucking WBA Reggie belt. Listen, stop it. Stop mocking our boxing knowledge. You're taking the piss. To casuals, that looks amazing. He's not a world title holder. And once he does step up. Who's Daniel Dubois' next fight? You just had to put him in with a cruiserweight who dropped him 3 times. So now they're like, whoa, we're going to have to rein this in. Like, where do we go really from here with Dubois? But anyway, what's your take?
I think he should fight Big Baby Anderson. I think that's a great fight.
Get washed, and then I'll laugh at Frank because he'll get washed in that fight. He'll get washed. Stop trying to force feed us Daniel Blood Clot Dubois. We don't want it. We don't like it. We're spitting it out like some corny fucking vegetables that are overcooked and fucking watered down. We don't want it. It tastes horrible, Frank. Give us another meal. This meal's shit. Like KK says, don't give us pea soup and try fake it and tell us like a sirloin steak. Don't give us a bit of rump and tell us it's sirloin. It's not. It's fucking Frank Bruno 3.0. Shout out to Frank Bruno, but you tried to say that AJ was Frank Bruno. Where? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? When?
Yeah, that's what.
Bruno,
yeah, they've
Frank
been
Bruno
saying
only
that.
lost
Yeah,
title fights. So I mean, whatever. Like to even compare Dubois Frank Bruno's little brother. Like
Definitely.
like if we gonna do a comparison like that, he's non-existent.
No head movement. AJ's head movement got un poquito mejor, a little better, but not. He still can give you a little head. Dubois is on the line all the way through. That's why he just got jabbed to death and nearly stopped.
No head movement. I question the stamina. I don't even think I've seen him finish the whole. I mean, it's like
nope. He's listen. I don't care if I'm British and everybody wants to come with that. Oh, you're British. Why are you not supporting? Because I tell the truth. That's what I do. Shouts out. Where's Tom Cruise? This is what CHANN does. He tells the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red? You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I have to tell the truth. You know me, guys. I tell the truth. If Daniel Dubois was something stunning, stellar, and exciting, his personality is even a no-go as well. It's just like, I just thought about what girls really hang out with you. 20, 21-year-old girls hang out with you. Fucking hell. They're
He's
like,
got the personality still, potato chips.
Please. Yeah, they're going home very fast. I'm just thinking about me when I was 21. I like quiet lads, but I mean, fucking hell, that you still got to have a personality.
Jeez.
Dead. But anyway, sorry.
Well, at least he'll get his just due because getting the Reggie belt's going to force him to have some fucking mandatories. So he'll end up having to fight a Hunter or a Max Madolf or somebody like that, and they'll get rid of him permanently.
Please do.
To Dillian White, yeah, he'll get smoked. I think Dillian White will trod all over him.
They're not gonna make that fight though. This is
protect
Frank
him out.
Warren's fighter.
Frank's
He's not
gonna
going to give no gifts over to the other side.
No,
He's
won't.
going to
Frank is
try to
gonna
drag
protect him
somebody
now.
up and it's somebody he can sign long term, and he's going to get rid of it. Dubois is a fucking disaster waiting to happen. And when he lose, well, I mean, shit, tonight was a disaster, but when he loses, it's going to be devastating. It ain't gonna be in my eye or none of that bullshit. Your eye got injured because you're getting punched in all night, bro.
You've got no head movement.
like shit. It ain't like some dirt got in there. You was getting punched over and over again, and then fucking it was a way for you to get out of it because you could have kept that shit going.
Oh man, I ain't got time for these guys. Just going back to now with the Tyson Fury, there was something that I just wanted to say with Tyson Fury. So yeah, just with Tyson Fury. So if he does fight Usyk, what says you? What's the outcome? Okay, give us the outcome. Your outcome version first.
I don't know. It's a lot of factors. This depends on where the fight. There's a lot of things I got to put into it. I got to figure out where the fight's going to be. He is Frank Warren's fighter.
That's going to be more than likely. Just I either think it's going to be Saudi or the UK, but more or less Saudi because it's for be undisputed for Usyk, but you know, for Tyson Fury, he's not paying sanctions for the IBF, so that's out. So just assume that it's going to be in Saudi. It's not.
I got Fury by split decision.
Got you. Muy interesante. Lisa.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, I got Usyk. I got Usyk. Listen, Usyk, Fury's already been out all this week talking hell of a lot of truth. He said, I tried retirement. The 4 months was torture. It was boring. My mental health was sliding again. It was on the slip. But the catch-22 thing is, my body's breaking down. I've had multiple surgeries. My legs are gone, which I knew it because I did say that when somebody sent me footage of him walking out of a train station, and I said, look at his knees, they look shot. But I mean, he's now admitted that his legs are shot to pieces. His arms are not doing well. There's a lot of things, and he said, and he did cut, and he was quite honest. He said, you know, there's going to be a point where he gets beat because of all of this.
Yeah, well, when you don't take boxing serious and you don't fucking train and you don't take your health serious, what the fuck? You take steroids, you fucking drink. I mean, what the fuck is going to happen to your body?
He said because he is outside the ring activity, drinking all the drink, sniffing all the coke, and all of that. He said
it's low key's an excuse. I don't give a fuck. When you get beat, you got beat, bro. I don't want to hear no bullshit about you.
No, he'll get beat. He'll get beat, and he said like if the better man wins. He said, but he can see, you know, that his body is breaking down because he hasn't really taken the best care. He said ballooning up in weight and stuff, and not. He's admitted it. So I'm just gonna have to, even if he didn't say this, I was picking Usyk to outbox him and spin him anyway. Like Usyk's not gonna drop him. Usyk hasn't got the power to stop him, but. That level, yeah, against this level, listen, Tyson Fury is only fighting below par fighters. I'm sorry, guys. Since Klitschko, he's fought no one of that's elite. Wilder's not elite. Dillian White's not elite. Derek Chisora's not elite. The only thing is Wilder was a champ, so you've got a undefeated champ on your record. But I mean, other than that, like
who was protected?
Yeah, who have you fought? You haven't fought no world beaters. You ain't fought no world beaters. So listen, when you get in with a super elite, because we was here and we coined the term here on Come Box with CHANN, we coined super elite, and we said Usyk and Bivol is in that category. That category, Tyson Fury is elite. I give him elite. He is. But see that super elite with your body breaking down? Nah, because Usyk's body is in the building. He's going to spin, dance, and outpoint Tyson Fury. You'll see.
I don't think Fury is elite, though.
I would have to say his boxing skills are elite boxing skills. For the size that he is,
really?
As much as, yeah, I would have to say. I'm not saying the level of competition that he's fought is elite, but his boxing skills...
But Chan, you talk about Usyk?
No, Tyson Fury.
Fury. Fury. Okay.
His boxing skills are elite. I couldn't say that Tyson Fury is not a good boxer. I couldn't say that. I can't say that.
Yeah, he does have elite skills, elite training. So I mean, that's the thing you got to put in context.
I would say he's an elite. I would say.
I guess by today's standards.
Yeah, I would say by today's standards, you would have to put Tyson Fury. His skill set is elite. His punch selection is elite. His ring IQ is elite. Who he's fought necessarily, his resume isn't elite. But I would say Tyson Fury's skill set is elite. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would have to say that. I would have to admit that it is elite. Well, it's not an admission. Who cares? It's elite. But doesn't mean he beats everybody, though. Doesn't mean he does, because of the issues that he's suffering. a Joe Joyce will steamroll. In my opinion, Joe Joyce beats Tyson Fury. He just does. That's going to be a war for Fury. A fucking war.
It's gonna be boring too.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, not a Joyce fight. I think he gets battered. Like a Joyce fight is a battering regardless.
Yeah, it's a battery. It may be a bit funner than what I was on Twitter and I had to tweet like Tyson Fury is boring. Like the fights, he has a boring style. The best style is what we saw with Wilder. We know Tyson Fury as a very boring fighter here. All the fights that he had pre Wilder and post Wilder, they've been a snooze fest. This one was no different, according to the commentator and his viewers. They said this fight is boring. So I guess maybe him fighting Joe Joyce could be boring, but then it could also be sensational because you may see Tyson Fury get dropped. You may even see for the first time Joe Joyce hit the canvas. I don't know, but all I know is that he doesn't beat. In my opinion, he doesn't beat Usyk, and he doesn't beat. I have Usyk outpoint. I can maybe just say one judge is going to say Tyson Fury won, so maybe I'm going to have to say Usyk by split decision. But for me, Usyk comfortably outpoints Tyson Fury comfortably. I have no qualms about it. Nothing, not even one. Like none. What you try to do when you try to grab and lean, you won't be able to do that to Usyk. I don't care what anybody says. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. So if anybody wants to say that and contest that, go ahead, contest it, because he won't be able to. Usyk's ring IQ is crazy. Usyk's footwork is crazier than Tyson Fury's footwork. Usyk is a southpaw. Tyson Fury, you do looks in southpaw. You do a couple looks. Heard you did a couple looks today and quickly returned right back to orthodox. Heard CHISORA tried to do the same thing till he got clocked. Reverted right back to type. Listen, there's people that are deemed as switch hitters, a la Terence Crawford. He's a switch hitter. Tyson Fury has been bigged up to be a switch hitter. I've realised he's not. He'll give you a look. There was one fight that he did fight all in southpaw. We ain't really seen that ever since. And I guess I can't remember who that opponent was, but I know he did. And I don't think that opponent was of any level. If you're fighting someone that's dead, you can fight them in southpaw, which isn't your natural stance, and still beat them because they're levels below you. So let's not.
Yeah, that switching of stance by him is a waste of damn time. Yeah. I don't understand why he even fucking does it. The only thing that I say, the reason why I say it's going to be difficult is because just some of the physical size advantages that he has. So, like I said,
yeah,
I just think it's going to be it's going to be. There's too many factors. That's why I say I need an announcement. I need to know where it is because there's so many intricate details in this. I don't use the Alawalin fucking fight as a blueprint because I think he took that motherfucker light and ended up getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
So that's like I said, he has the reach advantage. He's taller. It's just some things that I have to take into account in a boxing match at that level.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But King of Kings, he's not going to go toe to toe with Fury like that. He's going to use his size.
Yeah, his footwork.
Yeah, he's going to use his footwork. I don't understand why you think
he's not going to beat them.
You know what? Let me bite my tongue.
Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Because when people say it really, I don't understand why Fury will get an advantage. I mean, as far as the winning, I see Usyk not going toe to toe. He will use his feet work. He's a very smart fighter. I don't see him.
Why do people think he'll go? I
just don't.
My victory breakdown has nothing to do with them going toe to toe.
Usyk embarrasses Fury.
Of course he does. Why would you think that Usyk goes toe to toe with Tyson Fury?
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never implied that. Whoever thinking that is crazy.
No,
that's going to be the type of fight it's going to be.
No, but you did say that the reach, all of the stuff he has.
Yeah, because wait, hold on, Arlette. Reach does not mean toe to toe. Reach means you using a jab at distance, which is boxing. So if he uses his reach, that would not imply that he was in close.
No, he's at range, but then
that means he's at range. So that's why the fight is going to be extremely boring, because if he goes to range and he just somehow wants to flick a jab out there all night, That's not meaning toe to toe.
Yeah.
How's it been going, guys?
What up,
What's
Tanya?
up, G?
What's up, King of King? What's up?
What up?
What's up,
What up, Ivo?
Arlette, EJ, Candace? Pleasure's all mine.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
Not
Lisa,
much.
how could I forget the lovely Lisa? Pleasure.
Yeah, don't you dare forget.
Ah, I know. Blasphemy, heresy. I know.
Blasphemy. I'll smack you like that. Talk to me, Ivo. What did you watch the Fury fight?
Yes, I did. It was free, so I might as well watched it.
Yeah, did you do it free? I couldn't. My links weren't winning. I tried to.
It was free, so I might as well. I had nothing else to do in the morning.
Talk to me. What you just said? I think I saw you in the chat. I think I've put it up that you said it was boring, or
It was. Honestly, it was as predictable of a honestly, I've said this since leading up to this. I thought Fury was going to carry him to a couple of rounds because real talk, I don't think I gave CHISORA a single round in that fight. Which
round 4, not round 4.
Hey,
I mean,
it's
a round like Beevil gave to Zerto, and yet I still gave the round to Beevil. It's kind of like
pity
that.
round. Give him a pity round, bro.
Okay, fine.
Round.
Sadly, I'm not in the business of pitying people, so you stepped in the ring, sucks. But no, it was predictable. It was everything went exactly like I thought it was. Derek Chisora, first off, is a remnant of the Klitschko era of boxing. It's like putting Shannon Briggs in there right now, and expecting him to fight.
It's not same era.
It's like he should have retired a long time ago, bro. This is what pisses me off about Fury. It's like you make all these BS excuses and you say all this crap about money don't matter, but you pick the money, but you want a fight that has some marquee value.
Contradictions are many. We know this.
But
many.
To hop back on, the reason why I wanted to hop on was you guys mentioned Usyk. Personally speaking, my honest opinion is Usyk is Fury's biggest threat in the division, and I'll say this for a couple of reasons. Fury doesn't like smaller guys. He said it multiple times. He struggles with little movers. He said that multiple times. For example, I look at the Cunningham fight, and I look at the Walling fight to an extent. Usyk pulls. Here's what Usyk does. He pulls his punches back twice as fast as he throws them out, and he has really good speed, and he has good head movement. Now, people are going to say, "Oh, he's going to get body shot." Well, first off, you guys want to use Fury's height and size. Yep, he's got that height and size. Now, try doing a downward body punch.
Downward body shot, mad. It's not easy. Any downward trajectory from someone going from 6'9" to someone that's 6'3", or let's say he's 6'8", really, because we really do have that in dispute. But regardless, to hit him down is always a hard feat.
And AJ had success in the Usyk fight by minimizing and telegraphing of his straights and shooting them out as fast as he could when he set Usyk up, and he timed him properly. Thing is, AJ is a better counterpuncher than Fury is. So I don't think he's going to use that same quote unquote blueprint.
No, you can't.
So honest to God, I think the advantage is both a good thing for Fury and a bad thing at the same time. His reach and height. From an extent, yeah, his punches will hurt like hell. But from another point of view, I trust Usyk's chin more than I trust his body, and I don't see Fury going for them body shots as much. So that's just my personal opinion on the matter. I think Usyk would win by a split decision, personally.
Yeah,
it'd be a tactical mistake for Fury to try to concentrate on the body.
I think King of King Usyk has to do the same thing he did in the Joshua fight. You have to make it obvious that you were busier throughout that entire fight. You have to make it look as convincing as possible. Because, and I agree with King of King, it depends where it takes place. Because remember, this is a Frank Warren boyo. Frank Warren is Frank Warren, man.
Frank Warren is Frank Warren, mate. Yeah.
But
great assessment.
If
that's a good breakdown.
This is just my personal opinion, and this is and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible because I got a lot of Ukrainian bias towards it.
Well, you're Ukrainian, so you're gonna have a little bit of your home pride and.
But I'm trying to be honestly as
but just be unbiased, because I could be biased because Fury's British, but I'm just still telling the truth.
Exactly. Yeah. My thing is Fury is not that fast. He's good, but he's not that fast.
He's fast for a super heavyweight. He's slowed down now, though. He has.
Well, keep in mind, Fury is how old? He's 38, 39? 30. Ooh, he has not aged well.
He hasn't aged well. No, he hasn't.
But yeah, and it's AJ. You can make a case I remember it was Gassiev when he fought Usyk, but it's they both hit AJ and Gassiev. They people have this assumption that AJ doesn't hit hard. He does. If you because I've seen people say that, man. Yeah, he's not a one hit knockout quote unquote artist, but He hits like a freight train.
He's
He's
one
a
of the best
heavyweight.
boxers in the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua.
So again,
smells blood. He gets you out of there. Usual.
So honest to God, like I see this as like a split decision or a unanimous decision for Usyk personally.
I would say it's going to be deemed as officially, it's going to be an SD. But for us that watches it, it'd probably be a UD. Like we'd be like across the board, or like if we know he won this. There was
now mind you,
Fury won this because how it's going to happen in Saudi, and I hope the Saudis, because the Saudis it's been quite fair there, so I haven't got that much fear. But yeah, maybe it's going to be an SD.
Now the real question is, are we going to get that judge that did the Dubois fight? Because if we get that judge, then Usyk might get technical decision round 6.
Dubois fight, which fight with Dubois?
The one that we just saw for Dubois versus
his left. The judges, I didn't know what the judges.
No, I'm not talking about judge. I'm talking about the ref. We get the ref.
Oh, the ref. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, he's gonna stop that shit halfway into the fight because Usyk wobbled like his left pinky toe.
We can't have them type of refs. We need well-renowned refs. Like flying fucking Kenny Bayless, man. The fuck, fly him in. You can afford him. Like you must.
Yeah, Spooky Kenny.
Yeah, just flying Kenny.
Or Tony Weeks. Is Tony Weeks still fighting?
Tony Weeks.
Yeah, bring in somebody, because that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm like, you guys. That's why I'm saying I understand boxing. I don't necessarily judge by skill level. I've seen people get robbed. And that's why I say that the place of where this fight is, who throws the event, Usyk doesn't have that machine behind him. Just be honest. I said Tyson Fury has Frank Warren. I've been watching a bunch of Frank Warren cards and shit. And I'm like, what puzzled. Like Tackle got basically, I know he right now won that fight against Joyce, but he should not have been stopped. That was bullshit.
He didn't win in the outcome, but I gave Joe Joyce possibly 1 round out of that 6 before the
stoppage. So it's like, he waves out. Then today, like I said, the guy, okay, he fell against the ropes, whatever, but he was not dead. He was not glazed over. That wasn't a stoppage. It was like they were waiting to see if he got hurt enough so they could save Dubois' ass. Frank, I'm just saying, I see some weird shit happen. So, like I said, split decision. We all agreed there's a possibility of one judge is going to be the loony one. Yep. So guess what? He only needs one more to give him a random round, and he wins the fucking fight.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think on a technical level, I think Usyk won. But like I said, there's so many factors to this fight, because if it is a Frank Warren show, Usyk has to make it look fucking obvious that he won.
Yeah.
He has to make it look obvious that I outworked you in every round. Because the thing is, Fury doesn't throw that many punches when you actually think about it. So Usyk just has to be busier. Like, honest to God, just be busier and Usyk has a great stamina, and so does Fury to the same extent.
Got good stamina.
Yeah.
But Usyk is better because he's used to just being a 12-round fighter.
There's so many factors that I'm trying to take into account, but honest to God, I still see it as a split decision for Usyk.
Yeah, great breakdown.
Computer. Establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to Bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 731178888 732 476789764376 Lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Great breakdown. I have to give you the lieutenant data. I have to give you the lieutenant data for that breakdown. Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. Let me just look at the chat. Fury shit. Chisora is much shitter. Oh, God. Both refs were shit tonight.
I mean, the Fury ref didn't have to do anything. There was no way in hell you could give a round to Chisora.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Kenny Bayless would be a good ref for Fury and Chisora. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the minute Usyk, they start getting close or clinching, he's going to break.
Which is even better for Usyk. You haven't said anything. I just looked at my phone to see.
No, I was trying to listen to Lisa, but I just had a question because I know Lisa was watching that Daniel Dubois fight.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
To know, like, what was the controversy with the referee? I'm like, because I didn't see it. Like, what happened?
Well, I feel like well, I think because he got dropped in the first round 3 times, maybe they felt that he did the ref, kind of like an early stoppage, but he uppercutted the guy. I think he knocked him down twice. So maybe people were feeling like, it could have went on or whatever. But he started letting his hands go, and the guy was on the ropes, and he like kind of nasty little uppercut, short little uppercut. But yeah,
Basically,
but it was like
can be put down 3 times, be allowed to recover all 3 times. This dude gets in trouble once, and the fight's off.
Well, no, the issue was he got in trouble after the bell ringed. It was after the bell ring that he called it. That was my problem. He called it as a stoppage after the bell had rung.
Yeah, when he jumped in front, he could just point it to the corner and let him walk
was the
over.
issue.
But he waved it off, and it was like, what the fuck? The round's over. He's not even hitting him no more.
He was generous as fuck. Like every time, because Joyce got wobbled, like we said, 3 times in 1 round, which, honest to God, any other referee would have called it a stoppage at that point. But whatever. Let's say it didn't. He gave, like, that wasn't my issue. My issue was the round was over. It was obviously over. Hands were down, and yet you called it at that point. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, that's not right.
Remember,
yeah. How come nobody called that? Oh well, whatever.
That kind of gives me fears for the Yard versus Betterby fight. If Anthony Yard lands a good one, who knows, man? We can get a. That's why Arthur better be careful. He got to know. He got to be in the know.
Well, yeah, you never know what happens there, but
I don't think all the cheating in the world is gonna get Betterby will still. I don't really care. He will still stop.
Wait, is the Betterby versus Yard fight? It's a Warren show, right? It's a Frank show, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
He's going to the UK for that. It's going to be on BT. I think we're probably going to see it by way of ESPN Plus, but yeah, he's going to the UK for that. Arthur.
Dude, I still think Arthur's going to put him on his ass in 4 or 5 rounds, man.
Yeah, but Turvey got the good attitude. He's going to go stop him. He's not looking for a decision.
Right.
Mind you.
Points don't matter. Points don't matter. He's getting ironed out. But Turvey has an iron in the mouth.
Your take on the fight? Did you watch the fight?
Yep, I did, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Look at a fucking sparring session. A glorified sparring session. I was so bored, I was looking at my phone. I actually bought a new phone and I was like transferring data over to the other phone. I wasn't even looking at half of it. That's how fucking bad it was.
No.
Bro, someone actually believes Yard's going to bring the belts back. That's interesting. That's a hot take.
Who said that?
Well, who said that?
Oh, I want to know.
Sammy.
Who said that?
Somebody got a mental illness.
Someone.
I said you got to believe, brother. You got to believe.
Hey.
All right, well, we'll see. Yard, bro.
Hey, look,
okay. All right.
I know knowing is half the battle, as the G.I. Joe said, but man.
G.I. Joe.
Man.
Speak it, believe it, receive it. Lions in the camp. Yeah, you're still getting ironed out, so don't fucking matter.
Chan, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Anthony Yard is a hype job?
Hype job. I don't think he's been hyped. I don't know if has he been hyped. I just don't think he's fought at a high level at all. So if you want to, then you could put him in. That's a bit hype job-ish. You can possibly put him in that category. Has he got strength? Is he a big hitter? Yeah. But we just don't know what level he is. So I don't
think they've ever portrayed him to be anything more than what he is. I mean,
I don't think
nobody will be undefeated and will never lose.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if Tunde, I think if he had a better trainer, and I think that he would have gone further. This guy that he's with, this African guy, no, he's trash.
Yeah, he needs to train him not to be a bodybuilder, but a damn fighter.
You know, I think you can fairly say Anthony Yard is not overrated. I think he's just rated. Like, honest to God, I don't see many people talking about him to that level.
I think he's overhyped in the
No,
UK.
me neither.
Overhyped up. That's what I'm saying. If he is been overhyped up, then that would qualify him to be in the hype job category. But I don't really hear anyone say that he's a world beater. He's
Right.
this.
No one honest to God, even the Yard fans I think are like, damn, yeah, he's about to get his ass whooped. Honestly.
I think honestly, he's just he's at domestic level. That's where I think he is really.
Hey, AJ, do you not hear people saying that like Yard would iron out Boazzi and he'd do Callum Smith and he's the best 175 in the UK? So to me, that's overhyped.
It's funny with him and Boazzi. That's like that's probably 50-50 with edge the Boazzi. I'd say.
I think Boazzi's
Callum Smith will knock him out. Callum Smith will beat him.
Callum Smith is the best 175 in the UK by a country mile for me. When he's moved up, he's got power. He looks more tasty. I think he beats them all. But I honestly think Boazzi has just got a punch.
No, he doesn't beat them all.
Yeah, I know, but he's saying he's the best UK boxer in 175.
No, British ones, Chan, not in the world. British ones.
Yeah, British ones. Yeah, I would.
I think he'll beat Boazzi. I think he'll beat Yard. I think he'll beat probably Craig Richards too, like those guys. So.
Man, I must be the only person
here. I think Callum Smith knocks them all out.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I agree.
Callum Smith is a definition.
We gotta see it in the ring.
Yeah, we got to see it in the ring.
Callum Smith is a definition of.
We've seen it in the last two fights. He's ironed out too, and he's looking tasty at 175.
Yeah, he looks good at 175. I agree. Yeah.
I must be the only one who thinks Boazzi's not that good, man.
No, I'm not.
I'm not a huge fan of Boazzi. I don't think he's that good, dude.
I don't know where to place him now either. I thought he'd
be... did you see how Boazzi looked against fucking Rolly Romero's retarded cousin at 175, bro?
Who's that? Craig Richards?
Wherever his last fight during the Usyk undercard, man.
It was Craig Richards. It was Craig Richards fight,
wasn't it?
Bro, that Popeye the Sailor Man looking ass was whooping his ass.
Craig Richards is a decent fighter. He's decent.
Yeah, but what would you say he is, Jan? What would you say he is? British, European?
Fucking started to get a better resume than Boazzi. I mean, he went toe to toe with Bivol and didn't look like he didn't look like he got clowned there.
No, but would you say he's a world level fighter?
Boazzi would have looked silly against Bivol. I'm telling you, when Boazzi and if Boazzi does fight Bivol like he was trying to, and his handlers was like, "Nah, son, you're not ready for no Bivol." Shouts out to Craig Richardson because Bivol went toe to toe with him, and it wasn't Bivol and Richards looked better. Richards made a better account of himself than fucking Canelo did. I'll tell you that.
I tell you, I know you don't do triangle theories, but are you trying to say that Richards would beat Boazzi?
This is why I need to see them fight, because that little trio, him, Boazzi, and Richards, Boazzi, and Yard, they need to fight, because I don't know who's the best out of them.
And Callum Smith.
But Richards and Boazzi already fought, so but you know.
Which was I still say that was a bullshit decision to Boazzi.
It was closer than the judges had it. I'll say that. So
because the judges had it like way off, in my humble opinion.
They had it like 8-4 to fucking Boazzi's.
That's why I was saying I wouldn't mind them running it back, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that was a close fight, but that's not going to get run back.
No.
Yeah, that's not
most likely.
Oh yeah, you got Lyndon Arthur in the mix, Sammy Ali as well. He just knocked the dude out in what, 2 rounds?
Yeah, 2 rounds. Yeah, got a second round knockout. So now he's steamrolling people.
I think he's below. I think he's European level at best, Arthur.
Yeah, I think he is, because he had the European title, didn't he? Wasn't he European title holder?
He hasn't got the. Chan, I'm not saying he hasn't got the potential to be world class. He's never going to be there. There's not a chance in hell.
I can't say never a chance in hell, but with this current lineup, he just falls short. But you never know if but he's older. If certain people get cleared out, they're all in their 30s. These lads, anyway. To be honest, we ain't got any world. Wait, I haven't finished. Any world beaters that are in their 20s at the minute in that division.
No.
Go ahead, Mark.
It sounds horrible because he's a really nice bloke. And I do like him. I think he's a genuinely nice guy. But he ain't got it. He just ain't got it.
Either ain't got it, you got it, or you ain't. Do you know what I mean? That's just certain traits.
That's just life, innit? You got to accept it. No matter what profession you're in, you either got it or you ain't.
Yeah,
You either succeed or you don't succeed. Simple as that.
Yeah. Who else was in that card today? Anyone want to say anything else on that? Go ahead.
I'm good.
It was underwhelming to say the least. It's a Frank Warren show, so what'd you expect, I guess?
There were 7 fights, and they had an hour preview on BT Sports. There was 2 fights on that.
You're talking about, I'll let Sammy's not happy that you're talking about Tunde like that you're not allowed to critique, by the way.
Tunde?
Yeah, Sammy. So is Arlette there? Arlette, would you like to address, because he did?
Yeah, I'm here.
He did say something to you directly.
No, I wasn't paying attention. What did he say to him? What did Sammy say?
That you're disrespectful, man. How are you speaking about Tunde like that?
Oh, really? Okay, I'm sorry that you feel like that.
Would you like a tampon?
That's my opinion.
I mean, Sammy, it's a show that people like Tunde's not going to be above reproach, whether we know him, personal relationships or not. Or
I just called him that African man. I forgot his name. I mean, he is African, right?
I don't think that's what he's. It's just. Well, I'm just saying that we're allowed to critique the trainers, Sammy. We critique all the trainers, so I mean, we can't just all of a sudden not put Tunde in the mix if there's a criticism to have or a critique to have, like, you know.
Yeah, no quality trainer.
No, but I just said I don't think he's a good. I don't think.
Yeah, no,
I'm not saying.
You didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything like disrespectful about him. I don't think he's a good trainer for this guy.
Yeah, so
I think he was probably good in the beginning, like in the very beginning, but I think he needs somebody to take him to the next level. And at this time, it's too late, because isn't he like 30 now? So, I mean...
No, it's 32. 32.
32.
So, I mean, it's late. It's wasted now, but...
You know, honestly, I share the same sentiment as Julius from Ring IQ. Shout out, I guess. I'm waiting for this crop of fighters to just move on out. Just in general, I want to reset in the boxing community right now, because a lot of these fighters, they're really just doing nothing. So I want to see the next like round of fighters.
Yeah, the next
and this
wave.
is no disrespect to the exceptional, because again, there are really good fighters in this generation, but the issue is it's like the majority just
everybody
exactly.
from 32 to 40 years old need to just go ahead and fucking retire. Y'all haven't done shit.
Hey, you King, you can't even say that, bro, because fucking CHISORA is like 45 or something.
Oh, all the way up to 32 and above. Just go retire, please.
Seriously.
You know what the problem is
year,
now?
twice a year, never fighting people in your. They should, like I said, they shouldn't be talking about 175ers and you in a country, a small, like, well, I guess smaller than America, but a country like the UK, and we're arguing about who's the best of the 4 or 5 of you, and you're all over 30 years old. You motherfuckers should have fought by now. We could have.
40-year-old prospects. Am I right?
Thank you.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is, isn't it? No, like, I know people say boxing's a niche sport, but you've got Matt Doom and Dazone who are pumping loads of money in left, right, and centre.
3 1 7. You gotta hang up, girl. I gotta do something.
Hey, no problem. I'll call you back later.
All right, thank you. All right, bye. I'll let you be busy. So I need to switch something on my phone. So go ahead, chop it up 1 minute. Give me a minute. Go ahead. And then also, could you answer Ed's question, because I wasn't aware of Fury turning it down due to an injury. So you guys.
So Ivo, how do you feel about him saying he has an injury that may not cause a unification?
Wait,
I saw something like that.
Damn,
I saw
that's a
that.
lot of Ivos in this place, man.
Wait a minute.
That's a damn lot of Ivos, man. Hey, welcome, fellow Ivos.
Wait a minute. Is he talking about with the
Usyk?
Yeah, Usyk.
That's the only. Yeah, Usyk.
I think he said he got to get surgery and he had to be out for maybe like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that.
Now he has to have surgery.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
saw that.
well,
He
I don't know
said
if you
that,
guys know
yeah.
this, but Fury is undergoing a procedure to become a full-blown woman if the amount he changes his goddamn opinion.
Shit.
Oh boy.
We wish.
I've seen women have less opinions than fucking Usyk, and that's not. I'm not being even. I'm not Usyk Fury, and I'm not even trying to be sexist.
Wait, that sounded a bit sexist.
I
Yeah,
apologize
that
if
was
it did.
extremely.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, I don't mean to be rude,
Yeah.
but
I'm
you're a
gonna
dick.
Does anybody actually
then,
believe?
then I apologize.
You're on a woman's channel as well.
Does
Yeah, because
anybody
men
actually
change their
believe?
minds all the time.
Damn.
I told you I owe you a couple of slaps. I'm just going to give you a couple more, Ivo, when I eventually.
It's all good. I got you.
Does anybody actually believe
you
that
die.
Tyson Fury ever talks fucking the truth? Ever?
No.
I don't listen to what he says. It's fucking bullshit. It's all
No.
bullshit.
I don't believe
Honestly,
bullshit. Hyperbole. Trying to fucking. One day he's doing this. One day he's doing that. The man's a fucking walking contradiction. I don't listen. I don't listen to
I was
what
just
he
getting ready to
says.
say that. I was just getting ready to say that, man. Thank you.
honestly,
Yeah, but that's what he got people talking. That's what he wants.
Fury's in that same, like, Fury's doing the exact same thing he's been doing since the dawn of time. He says one thing, he says another thing, and the reason he says that is to just say something, because realistically, he's not in. We all, like, if you on, here's the thing, he has his niche fandom, like, not niche, they're very vocal. He has his fandom who's under the same impression like all these other fandoms, like, oh, you don't actually have to fight because I know you would win.
Yeah, hate that.
It is the most infuriating thing possible. That's one thing I've been noticing in this generation of boxing fans. Like, they don't actually have to fight because we all know deep down he would win.
Do you know what they say? On the eye test, Fury beats them all. So why?
Exactly. After seeing how well he whooped Chisora, like, we all know Chisora equates to an Usyk. So he pretty much beat Usyk.
I want to say. I want to say that to his fans. I be like, his fans. I be want to say this to his Tyson Fury fans. I was like, them motherfuckers be sucking Fury's dick better than Paris ever did. So it's like,
seriously.
Nah, I think because Ivo just touched on it, Bingo, because the fan base is like that, right? Because I remember it's like they want to maintain their little false bubble or their protective bubble to keep these fighters like safe, because like when they take a risky fight, they start to get terrified of what may happen. Because I remember like the Jamal Charlo fan base was like this, because I don't know if y'all remember when Canelo was like, would it seem he might take that deal with Jamal Charlo on that PBC deal. I saw some people on Twitter talk, like, already pre-making excuses like, well, if Charlo loses, he wasn't a natural such and such, that or this and that. I mean, wait a minute, didn't you want the fight anyway? So now like, once he possibly gets it, now you're afraid of what might happen.
I remember that argument to a T. If you would like, I could repeat it. Oh yeah, Canelo's cherry picking Charlo now because of how he looked in his last performance.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
So yeah.
Does anybody actually think that there's somebody that would beat Canelo at the moment at 168?
Honestly, no.
No one comes to mind really.
I know people are saying Beevil. I know people. I'm not Beevil. Sorry.
Can we answer this question, by the way? No, it's okay. Fight Sport Talk. What's up? Will Tyson actually fight Joyce next if he doesn't take Usyk? I doubt it, because that's probably the next toughest fight for him. Well, it's been penned in for at some point 2023, but I'm with you. I don't really think. I don't know. Tyson Fury said it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. He seems to be bored in retirement.
Well, it would be sorry. I was going to say, it's a that would be a voluntary defense because Joyce is mandated for Usyk. So, and I don't see that happening. Like, real talk, if he doesn't fight Usyk, I think the only people he will fight are people who are mandated to fight him, or he'll do voluntary defenses against maybe we'll have a 4-fight conclusion with fucking Wilder. We like.
Oh fuck no, we ain't having that.
Honestly, he'll fight the winner of Wilder Ruiz. That's who he'll fight next. He's not going to fight
Exactly. There's no incentive for him to fight Joyce because Joyce is a tough fight.
He's the WBO mandatory for Usyk,
Exactly.
like you just said too. So like,
No,
there's no
they'll
reason.
send Joyce over there hoping he defeats Usyk, and then but Frank Warren will bring that fight together. The only way that fight happens is they're two in-house fighters. It's no game for Frank Warren but to eliminate one of his heavyweights. So the only but that fight just is not. Look, man, I want to just tell y'all, man, we just gonna have to fucking see, because this is Tyson Fury's life. It went from inception. There's no guarantees any fights. You don't know they're gonna be a fight until he's actually announcing it and standing on stage. Because, like I said before, Chisora came out the grave. It was AJ. Then it was fucking Char. Now it's Chisora. It's like, damn. It's like you never fucking know. And that was like in a matter of 2 or 3 months, we got multiple goddamn different names. Oh, and I forgot Usyk should be in there too, but I guess he said wait till February.
You remember it was Char too. It was allegedly Char was going to be in that.
Manuel Char.
Before the third Wilder fight, it was Agit Caballero. So it's some fucking body.
Yeah, but
lot of notes.
Sorry, Chan.
It's all right. Go ahead.
What was he fighting Usyk? Because he's just a pumped up middleweight. Do you know what I mean? What a twat say that. Absolutely fucking pisses me off.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. I
think Usyk fucking dances rings around him. I'm sorry to swear, but I think Fury's an absolute cunt. And his fans are delusional, and they hang on every word he says, left, right, and centre. I think I've got selective memory.
Is very, very prejudiced. I don't like the term that he flings around now. That foreigner, he's just a foreigner. He's a foreigner. What the fuck? What do you mean he's just a foreigner?
You a fucking foreigner, you fucking idiot! What the fuck are you talking about?
Chan, he was okay. He was okay with fighting 2 foreigners.
I just want everyone to be mindful that a lot of people are cutting into people. A lot of people are overtalking people.
Sorry.
I just want that to be put in the forefront of one's mind, because it's starting to annoy me a little bit, because now I have to cut in on top so I don't lose my point.
Yeah, is it me? It's normally me, isn't it?
It's wear it. I'm just letting everybody in the group that's on panel know this. That's all. Go ahead. Who was next? AJ, go ahead. It's not just you, Mark. It's AJ as well. It's all everybody's doing it, and I just want everyone to be mindful of it.
Apologies. Sorry, Jan. Sorry.
No worries. Go ahead, AJ.
I'm saying, but like he's saying that he doesn't want to fight foreigners, but Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz were foreigners.
Well, I mean, for someone late. Sorry.
Just one last thing. It's like
there you go. Another 2 slaps added to your list of slaps. See ya.
I apologize.
That's all good. It's all good. I'll be just the last thing.
Fucking loops. Go ahead.
Like Mark said, he keeps calling it Usyk a pumped up middleweight. Well, if you lose to that pumped up middleweight, that'd be pretty fucking embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Oh, I fucking love that, mate. I fucking love that. I would absolutely fucking love that. That would make my day. I'll tell you what, I would give somebody $1,000 if that happened. For Usyk to run rings around him.
Dude, I swear.
School him.
LadyChann, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. If Fury loses, if the day Fury loses, if you think Wilder and his little fuckboy nation damn near jump off the Golden Gate Bridge when Wilder lost, can you imagine Fury and his batshit crazy Looney Tune?
Boy, they would all be.
Oh my God!
How would they be, Candice? They would be on suicide watch, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Ultimately, though, you have to understand. Ultimately, nothing of value would be lost, though.
Fuck them clowns, man. Sorry, Ivan. I'm just laughing at Suicide Watch because I just know that they're.
No, we're past the watching stage, man. If their God King loses, man, that's it.
I honestly think they've got selective memory. I honestly think Fury has changed since 2016-17. He's got more fucking. He's talking more bullshit and more lies since the wild boar nonsense and the homophobic shit. He's got more fucking weird.
So I've seen a couple. I'm waiting for Errol Spence's fan base to be on Suicide Watch when fucking Bud Crawford beats that ass. When that happens, that is fucking ultimate.
Do you think we get it, Chan? I don't think we ever get it.
Yeah, but Chan, like,
I'm telling you that now, Mark and AJ and whoever else is talking. Yeah, they would be on Suicide fucking Watch. The Errol Spence.
We ain't getting that fight.
But Chan, deep down, they don't want that fight to happen.
That's why they don't.
They don't want it.
They don't want to do a mass suicide where they all go in their little cult and they go book up an Airbnb and all kill each other and sleep.
So LadyChann, I took a psychology class a long time ago, and they're going to go through the 5 stages, man. First things first, the gloves were loaded, okay?
Yeah.
Then the water was spiked. Then there was actually the car crash.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, they're gonna say, "Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you that this, like, he didn't lose. It was just a tie, but like the judges were in his pocket."
Yeah, delusions of grandeur.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not even delusions.
Delusions and just blaming, deflecting.
The atmospheric pressure wasn't on point that day, you know.
It's the brilliant Errol Spence. You know, the one that whose best win is fucking Kell Brook. He was broken in half and fought fucking nobody. But Crawford, who's a freeweight fucking world champion, lineal champion, undisputed champion, yeah, he's dog shit and he's fought nobody at 147. Fuck off for that. I'm not having that fucking narrative. Talk fucking sense. Be real. Talk facts, please.
Shouts out to the resume breakdown.
Yeah, shouts out to us on that. Edward. We'll be back in fine glory next week. Possibly I think Tuesday. So Monday we have the weekly wrap up show, and I think Edward and I will be doing part 2 out of the 3-part on Tuesday. Yeah. And we're learning as we do it, like, because we're not just, this is quite a deep dive, and there's even deeper dives that you could, because we're looking at the fighter who they fought, the next fighter before that. Like, so for instance, we look at Victor Postal that fought Bud. So we look at that and we judge that on whatever that was. But then we also look at Victor Postal's level of comp as well, and then sometimes we're looking even at who that best win is within that, in that resume. So we're like looking at resumes, like, and you're learning, you're like, wow. And then you see sometimes there's a couple of them that have all mixed it up with the resumes, not so much with Bud and Spence, but you know, the resumes, the other tier of fighters, you know, they've mixed it up and stuff like that. So it's just interesting to see, and there's literally no bias. So we just want to get to the bottom of who's got the best resume, because it seems like it's always quoted that Spencer's got the better resume at 147, and we're going back 15 fights, and we'll see, like, you know, because Bud hasn't been a career welterweight, so we've got Bud. Edward, I think we did start Bud in when we went 15 fights back. Did we? He was just at the top end of the 135s we touched, or did we start?
Yeah, I believe it's. I want to say that there was a Gamboa fight.
Yeah, the Gamboa fight. Yeah, so we've gone through. We've gone through. We're quite meticulous, but we will give you another episode of that. Because I think we got up to 9 fights back, so now we have to do 8 to recent present day, and yeah, it's fun. And then after that, we'll give you the conclusion for on the 3rd episode for that. So
I can't believe I'm hearing this. You guys are telling me that the God King Errol Spence's resume is comparable to fucking Bud Crawford's. Incredible.
we gotta see. I know
You gotta watch the show, man. Hey, you gotta tune in.
Yeah, watch the show. It does sound mad laughable, but we don't know until, yeah, it could. I know it may not.
The eye-opening part that I feel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The eye-opening part that you'll see, Ivo, is that you'll see the transition of what we were just talking about, of guys not fighting each other. You can literally see it in their resumes of how the guys intermix. It just suddenly stops, and it's like it's ridiculous, because you really start looking at people's I guess like a Loki, the David Ajanesian coming up, he's littered all in there. So it's like when you really look and see that these guys have had, you know, there's no triangle theories, but you like compare some competition where these guys have actually fought each other. So it really opens your eyes and you start seeing where that shit drifts off. And these guys actually have pretty good resumes for guys overlapping. Some of the other ones, I guarantee, when we look at, we're going like, damn, these motherfuckers didn't fight. They didn't fight like worse than
also, Edward, sorry, you did say that it made you see who David Avanesian really was. that he's
Yeah,
not a bum.
yeah. I looked at David
So
Ajanija
relay
from
that
this.
to your other American compadres, please, because they're all over.
Who said
Just
Evan
because
Egan
they
was a
don't,
bum?
the thing about it is, this is what I'm saying, and this is why I had made a point about, and it's a comparison of other combat sports. You never hear a UFC fighter be called a bum, and they could have 20 losses on their fucking record. So when you call somebody a bum because one, you are too ignorant to be able to spell a name outside fucking Jones or Johnson or whatever the fuck simplicity you have brought to your life, to call people bums because you don't take the time to pull up a magical thing that you have in your hand, which is a fucking mobile encyclopedia, so you can see who a guy is before you say he's a bum, then it's just stupid.
A majority
So-
of boxing
Edward.
fans don't. Sorry.
Sorry.
You're both cutting. The cutting's cutting. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, most people don't even know the lower weight. I mean, most Americans don't even know the lower weight divisions. I know many Americans don't even know who Tony Ioka is, which is which is a damn shame because he's a 4-division world champion.
Yeah, it is a damn shame. They don't really watch boxing. They just know one. They just watch one boxer, and that's it. I've noticed. I've had people on the panel. They don't come on the panel unless if I'm talking about Spence or Wilder, they're on the panel. If I talk about, or they're in my comments. If I talk about anybody else in boxing, they won't jump on the panel. That shows me because they don't know about any other boxers. Sad. Lame. Yeah. They're fans of a boxer and not of boxing in general. So when that said boxer leaves the building, their soul's going to leave the building as well. They'll be like, yeah, I don't want to watch boxing anymore. I've seen people say that. I ain't going to watch boxing when Spence retires. Really?
Plus, Chan, like, another annoying thing they do,
Mhm.
like Spence fans is like they'll use their fanboyism to hype up another fighter like Keith Thurman. Just because Keith he's fight like Earl might fight Keith. Now they're at this. I see some of these guys on Twitter that they think Keith is still elite or relevant, if you can believe that. So,
I know a YouTube channel like that.
Yeah.
I know a few like that. Shameful.
Keith Thurman has some rapid ass fans. Like y'all think, like y'all want to talk about some dedicated ass rabid fans. He got some.
Well, most of them are Spence fans. That's why I'm saying.
You're a big fan
So,
for Keith Thurman.
No, they were already like that beforehand. These Thurman fans been talking shit about that because you can't be an Earl Spence fan when you are a Thurman fan constantly saying ever dug Spence that he fucking would have beat Spence. That's not what it is. Don't use that thought process. They just literally the Pacquiao loss never even occurred to them in their mind. It's just like, what the fuck? Like he's been done, bro. Like he's not a professional. He shitted away some of his best years. He's soft to the body, which is his Achilles heel. He's a bit. It's like it's just not reality. He lost to a old man Pacquiao. Lost
Over the
to him.
hill.
Straight up,
Yeah.
over hill and washed. Then he went in with a little guy that I don't fight nobody. Tank Davis knocked out and fucking went a full fight and was looking rough in that fight. So it's just ridiculous. It's not like I said, it's not even. It's just poor judgment, emotionally tied to fighters, not having analytical ability to really break down the fight game. I'm a boxer fan. I'm already looking for my next crop of fighters to. Well, I've already got them, but I'm constantly building a new resume of fighters to watch because I love the sport, and I just like understand that if you make yourself irrelevant because you're not a professional, I don't got nothing for you.
Man, King of King. Oh boy, that Barrios fight, man. Let me tell you the mental gymnastics I've heard for that Barrios fight. The key among the gymnastics I've heard, my favorite one personally, is like, well, yeah, Barrios is a good fighter. Tank Davis was the only person who ever knocked him out, and I'm like, yeah, but that was in his last fight. Yeah, but he was the only person. That's Tank Davis.
Look at them motherfuckers as well.
The mental gymnastics people use to justify things is amazing.
They're lames. We've got a lot of lames in this boxing.
These mofos probably still believe that Keith Thurman is pound for pound.
I thought because Keith Thurman is still. We did a show and Keith Thurman is still in the top 10 of welterweights. Just because we can't really have anybody else because they're not fighting each other, so it's hard to. They've made that glamour division go so stale that we still have to put Keith Thurman in the top 10 of welterweights. Do it in your head or do it out loud. Do your top 10 of welterweights. Remember AJ? Remember we did a whole We did a show of it. We had David Avanesian. Remember, David Avanesian was even in there before any Bud talk or anything.
Yeah.
It's never about David Avanesian. I was saying the other day, I know about David Avanesian. Someone who came on my shit was going, "Oh, you're lying." Me, I know who I've been saying. David Avanesian is from Marnin. I can tell me I don't know about David Avanesian. When I was the one that said he's not he ain't a fight-friendly fighter. He's a bit boring, but he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a European champ. I've been saying that for 2 years.
Damn.
Chan, I've got a hot take for you. Well, actually, it's not even a hot take. I think it's a sensible take. The Americans who don't know who David Avanesian is and call him a European bum or whatever, I think Avanesian beats Thurman, and I think he stops him.
Avanesian beats
That's what I said.
Yeah, he does. In my opinion, too.
That's a hot take?
But he's a bum. But Crawford's fighting a bum because he's from Europe and nobody knows who he is. Now,
They think he's becoming better just by default. Yeah.
Bevel was a Eurobum. Remember that? They don't say that no more for some reason.
A Eurobum. Yeah, I remember. Bivel's a Eurobum. All this time, Eurobum. The only reason why Ivo's not on that shit, because Ivo, you get it, because you're European like us, but you just live in America. We're European when we're here. So you get it when you hear it all the time and you're like, what the fuck is this Eurobum?
Imagine saying an entire continent is full of bums.
Yeah, a whole continent is bummy. Because
it's not
American. It's just so
American xenophobia is.
Yeah, the xenophobia is bad.
American xenophobia, and it's
bad.
And it's, you know what? I'm gonna say this. It's not most Americans. It's that vocal minority. It's that vocal PBC minority shills.
Yeah.
Who
no, what it is it's the carryovers. What basically happened, because you just got to follow boxing up to the 2005s. Whenever you saw a European fighter from that area, they were brought in as bums. But these fools still use that terminology. But that shit got washed once the Klitschko's and all these other guys got installed. That shit is a 17-year-old talking point. But they don't understand that also there has been transfer of the skill set from America over to these other areas. So these aren't the same. This isn't fucking I'm trying to think of the dude that fought Carl Fry. I don't know. I can't think of his name right now. But some of the guys that the traditional Eastern European style, the stand up, erect, that's where that shit comes from. The no head movement, the not moving on the feet, the kind of like just throw a jab, 1-2. Uzyk's fighting style is more Americanized than like, I mean, you can that's an American style.
No,
it's a slick boxer style. So it's like the world's caught up. It's just like how we used to have basketball. We used to think,
It's not.
I'm saying
European style. There's another thing that you Americans like to do. When something looks good, you try to claim it that it's your style.
I don't mean like that. I'm just saying if compared to what they describe European style.
It's very much where European style. It's very much where he's from.
I'll give that to you. It's a European style, but it's not. It's a new evolution from the old one.
Fundamentally clean. It's Eastern Europe, if we have to put it specific. It's fundamentally clean, sharp, efficient. That is not an American style.
Well, I don't mean to claim it like, okay, I'll retract that. I don't mean to claim it like that. I'm just saying that from their ideology of what a European style was, they still act like they fight like that, like they just do. They just have this singular style. So that's why they are always calling them bums, because they haven't caught up to the fact that there's more superior fighters than Lomachenko. There's more superior fighters than in Eastern Europe, and it's been like that for some time now.
I mean, King of King. I mean, again, fair point. I mean, like, honestly, there should be at this point a coined term. It's Eastern European. I mean, I feel like there is a coined term, Eastern European style, where they just angle a lot. But like, yeah, you make a fair point. People are living during like funny enough, they're living during the Rocky Marciano era of boxing, even though they don't know any of those fighters from then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Exactly what it is.
I don't like the terminology of like you're an Eastern European or a European or an American or an African fighter. Your style you learn from a young age from your coach, and that's the way you talk. That coach could be from anywhere in the world. To me, I mean, that's like I mean, look at my profile picture. Is he a European bum?
Depends who you ask, I guess.
Unfortunately, tribalism exists in boxing. You know, I know for me, when the Klitschko's reigned, you know, as heavyweight champions, here in the U.S., they felt that I didn't feel that way, but I can't speak for other people. I'm just seeing what I have saw. A lot of people felt that the heavyweight division had went down, and because there wasn't a U.S. American heavyweight, you know what I mean, at the time.
There
But
was actually. His name was Wilder.
But no,
Wilder was
no.
non-existent at that time.
Yeah, I
you
wasn't
talking like
I wasn't finished, sir. I wasn't
Oh,
finished.
I apologize, man.
Yeah. So it's just like that's been the talking points of what I've seen being here online, and also you know, it's just like the term horizontal heavyweight. That was a term that they used to use back in the day
What does that mean?
for people. Well, it means fighters abroad, not in America, being knocked out. You know, you know, like that. Like I said, hold up, I'm not finished.
I was just asking you a question, mate. That's all.
I can't never get my point across.
I apologize.
Yeah,
listen.
I'm just saying that, you know, like it's just basically these fighters you know, like you don't know, like my first introduction to Ukrainian, well, the boxing style was the Klitschko's, but you know, they have elevated through this trainers like Papachenko, and you know, and so that's all I was gonna say. That's it.
Yeah, it's, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like they just, and like I said, to quantify, I didn't necessarily mean. I just mean that the style, the competitive gap has significantly closed, and it's not. It's like I said, I use basketball as a good example. This isn't like, you know, Dirk Nowitzki's the only European dude in the league anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's so some of those guys still are locked in that mindset of thinking that a lot of these Eastern European or even, you know, UK fighters are like all Frank Bruno. They're all role players. It's just like they think like that in a reign of greatness that the American boxing community hasn't had for at least 20 years now. Well, I mean, except for Floyd. I keep forgetting about Floyd. But so at least 10 years now where we have had.
Sorry, I forgot your name. Is it Brian or it's Edward, isn't it? Edward. Is it Edward?
Yeah.
I forget. Edward, do you think that the American boxing scene has shrunk so much that people are unaware of what's going on, or do you think it's a mixture of the both, that they just are that way because they want to be that way? But boxing has shrunk. It has become even more of a niche sport in the US, isn't it?
It's not even covered on any mainstream sports networks really at all. So even when they talk about fighters, like probably the first time anybody heard about Avanesian is when they were, because Crawford's with the biggest sport. We have really one big gigantic sports network, that's ESPN, and they don't really, like they used to talk about Floyd. They occasionally bring it up, but it's like an afterthought. It's like like if it was a newspaper analogy, it's like on the page 30. Like it's not relevant at all. So when the guys, when they literally are hearing about these fighters, the first time they are hearing about a lot of them is when the fight's getting announced. Now, to me, that's not necessarily an excuse, but that, like I said, because you can find out about them once they announce. Like we got BoxRec, let's look them up. You know, you can figure it out. But yeah, it's just so niche. Like there's a hardcore fan base here that might be about 500,000 people. But none of them, like, you know, and then past that, but it's not millions anymore. And then there's casuals, but I don't even think there's as many casuals as there used to be. Now most of the casuals are the Jake Paul, we want to see the circus type guys. So those aren't really fans.
So would you say then that how do I time this? How do I phrase it? Would you say that the American fans are and anti anything outside of the US, almost like an inferiority complex. Like, we're the best, the rest of you are shit, and it's like you're just an offshoot of the rest of the world. We run everything. So anyone outside of the US, oh, he's trash, he's trash, he's trash.
Well, it's just a nationalistic pride that most places have, and then the United States was used to dominating stuff. It could be anywhere from the Olympics to anything. Like, so it's just a nationalistic pride. A lot of those boxing fans that are hardcore have been watching the sport for a significant amount of time. I believe like any fan that is a fan of just one particular fighter is a casual to me. You're not a hardcore. Yeah. You can't be a hardcore boxing fan and only like one fighter. So all those people are casuals. But so if you get to so when those people are talking, just understand they're talking from a point of ignorance.
Right.
Yeah. See, what I'm trying to say is like the vastness of the USA, and you've got like 5 or 6 sports that are so huge, like the NFL, the NBA. Is boxing ever going to be prime time again, like HBO in the 80s, or is that done? Is that a pipe dream that's never going to happen?
It's finished because it's even worse than behind 5 grade one. People would rather watch tennis and golf here.
Yeah. Like, to answer, that's Mark, right? Talking? Is that you, Mark?
Yeah, that's Mark.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, mate.
Yeah. You can't go by like some of the things, like the people that you see like on Twitter or online. These are just the diehard. Some of them are casuals, but you're talking to Americans here on the panel. We don't all think like that. No. Boxing has become niche as a result of other sports getting more popular, and also you have to take into consideration of a lot of those old school boxing fans. Some of them left and went to MMA. Became big fans because they got tired of there was things that but there was things that went on in boxing that people didn't like decisions or whatever. So it's a lot of stuff, but can somebody refresh me? Did Ring IQ make a video? Did I see this earlier? Something about with the PBC, with the Paramount taking over, maybe Showtime or whatever. They bought it out, right?
That was a few weeks ago.
Right, but I saw this. Okay, but I think I saw this earlier. Something about like, because Jake Paul has a contract with not HBO, Showtime, right? He that's like he has a direct contract with them, and
Sorry, listen, come on.
Yeah, and his last pay-per-views didn't do well. So another thing that's plagued boxing as well is these pay-per-view fights with this piracy.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And they just haven't made it mainstream. The pay-per-views have slaughtered. But like, be honest, people want to feel some certain way. But when HBO fell, that was a huge issue. Like, it was already on the brink. But then Lisa and us, we know, like, even ESPN used to have Friday night fights. They don't even have Friday night fights no more. It's like,
I remember that. Yeah, that was with Teddy Atlas, right?
Yeah, and that's when you would get those intermediate fights before guys were, that's how you learned about it. I mean, Emmanuel Augustus made his life on Friday night fights. I mean, we used to get to see guys, and then Showbox used to be big for Showbox. Like, Showtime wasn't a major entity until they were here and there, but it was like Floyd really legitimized them. But Showbox used to be on there, and you would see the young guys start. Under 10 fights, they'd be there. Then they get a little better. They end up on ESPN Friday. And then Saturday, would be championship level fighting. And so you got to follow guys through their career. Even the Olympics was more like, they showed the Olympics more often. Now we don't see the boxing on. Like, we don't even like Golden Gloves used to be aired on TV.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Anymore. So it's just It's
Yeah.
worse than being a niche, worse than being number 7. It's
Mhm.
almost not. It's not. It's there's probably more people watching cooking shows than boxing over here. I mean, that's how
Yeah.
bad it's gotten.
Because the last several Olympians here, like, and I could go with Andre Ward was the first one I could think of. He didn't really get that push behind him, like the like how Oscar De La Hoya did. And I get it was another era, but he didn't get that like machine behind him. Shakur is getting some push, but he's still like like and Keyshawn, but it's well, they're on top rank. Who they do really great with prospects and contenders. But like you said, I do remember like the Showtime Showbox. They're not really pushing their prospects or contenders like that.
I've got a point about that. You Showbox, right? We cannot get that in the UK. We can't get that. The only way I can watch like a Showbox card, like a small card from the PBC, is illegally streaming it. And how big is boxing in the UK? PBC had a deal with ITV. They fucked that up, and they've got no deal now. Do they not want the money? They want to grow a business. I don't get it. They know how big boxing is in the UK. Why aren't their fights shown in the UK? I just don't get that.
I don't know. I don't know. Al, what Al tried to do was try to bring. He brought boxing back to mainstream television, but what he did was like when he first when it first started, they were buying time slots, to all these different type of networks. It was Spike TV. It could have been CBS, NBC, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. ESPN was one of them. Yeah. So that's how it kind of started because they was trying to bring, boxing back on terrestrial TV. So it's just been, thing going back
So
and forth for the
what do you,
last.
Lisa? What do you consider in the US terrestrial TV? How many channels are worldwide that are free to air? The big channels. How many you got? Like in the UK, we got like 5 or 6 that are free to air, and they get massive audiences.
Oh, we got channel CBS, NBC, ABC, and Fox. Those are
And they're all
the
free.
yeah, but it's not actually free in the sense because you have to have like basic cable to have just those channels now. Because they started this thing where it went from King of King Boxing could tell you it went from analog to digital. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah. And it changed everything. Yep.
Yeah, you could put a specialized antenna in there and get these weird off-brand public shows, but you have to be near the city center to get like all the channels for free like it used to be. So that's why I think a lot of people here are more like, to be honest, if we get news or something, it's like on a Roku or something, or Apple, Apple thing or something like that. You don't watch those regular channels. But she made a great point. When Al initially came out, we literally had fighting like every other night. It was like Tuesday night fights, and it was like on all kind of damn channels. That Thurman fight that he's known for fighting Porter was on ABC. Errol Spence had a fight during the Olympics in the middle of the Olympics. Like, so they were trying to push to put it on mainstream, but financially competitive. I mean, I don't know if it was the money's just not. I don't know the pay. To be honest, the fighters are expecting a lot because MMA is successful here because a lot of those fighters, even the big names, don't make over $1 million. They just don't.
There's really only one exception.
Yeah.
Cool.
Canelo. That's the only person who
Canelo,
makes.
yeah. But Canelo, if you think about it, he's a remnant of the last of the of that prior. Canelo, even though he's only 30, because Floyd fought him, he was able to drag some of that remnants of people that didn't care about paying for fights. He's the last of the guys that a lot of the Mexican community does back. because they have other fighters, but they don't pay for them fights. They don't
Because-
they don't want to see them dudes like Jaime Munguia. Like ain't nobody. They're not paying for those fights.
This is just
man,
inclusive
yeah.
of the greater issue in boxing, where it's just like Mexican fans, Mexican and UK fighters are the most loyal. The issue is like the fighters don't really want to fight.
Agreed.
Yeah, and don't get
But
it
it's
twisted. They became fans based on those fight interactions. Like the Mexican fans are not dumb. Their best moments is when the interactive fights happened. They want those fights. They wanted those fights. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, get in there. Now it's like you got guys that don't even now. They literally a Mexican fighter talking about he's not gonna fight Mexican fighters. What? Like the whole reason, like the round robins is the reason why some of the great Mexican fighters are in the place, and they fought all styles. So now you try to limit yourself to they're not just going loyal. Like there's like people think they're not going to blindly follow people that not trying to do nothing. They're not trying to strive for no kind of greatness. So even then, because the monster plan that a lot of these guys are trying to do is now Gervonta Davis is a main dude tries to do this. Is they always try to bring a Hispanic fighter against him. I mean, a Mexican fighter or something like that along that lines against him, trying to create this buzz. But it's like they're not buying it because it's like, bro, like even just because he's Mexican doesn't mean I'm going to buy him. You need to be fighting one of the elite Mexican fighters, something that I want to see. And then you get a million pay-per-view guys. You'll get something like that. We'll get a legit fight. But you can't just bring random names in, and that goes for the Mexican fighters too. Just bring in random names, expect me to pay $100 to watch you beat up on somebody.
I can't believe it's $100. I can't believe it's $100 to watch
because
in
and King of King. Remember when the Barrera in Morales, the first one was on Boxing After Dark. So it was something that they built, that like those type of trilogies are part of boxing history. That there's a Pacquiao fought Morales 3 times. Those things are a part of history. That there's so many great Mexican boxers that you could go back. Finito Lopez. I could just go on. There's a lot of great Mexican boxers.
Well, I will say this. The issue is that people don't have people want okay. So this is kind of from a point of view. I kind of blame Eddie to an extent, and then I blame Showtime to the other extent. These fighters want this purse that they haven't earned yet. For example, Leo Santa Cruz got $1 million fighting nobodies. Why? So they want. Like, for example, some fights would probably make profit if there wasn't such a high guarantee for some of these fighters. And I'm not trying to look in someone else's like dish. Oh, what you make is like, that's not necessarily the issue, but it is indicative of you want your name to have this value what it doesn't actually have because you don't fight the names they want you to fight. So, for example, Floyd became mainstream after De La Hoya, but he had a resume up to De La Hoya where he had name value. And same with De La Hoya. De La Hoya got his name value as well. So it's like they don't have these enriched resumes. You see what I'm trying to get at? My English is just
no.
off.
You're describing it perfectly, Ivo, and that's the main issue. Like they want to get paid, and then so what happens is they get used to making big change on little fights. So when the bigger fights come, they want huge change, thinking, oh, well, I've been making $1 million for fighting this guy that my uncle's employee. I got $1 million for that fight. And the worst part about it also too, and like I said, I don't like pocket watching nobody either, but you also make it so these fighters become less hungry. So why the fuck would I want to? Why, like, there was a significant payday in me moving up through the ranks and fighting guys. Now I can make $1 million from just fighting some dude you told 2 weeks ago, hey man, show up and we'll buy your outfit so you can fight me. So it's just like you said, so it raises their expectations too high. But then at the end of the day, like, why should I be hungry? Why should I push? I heard somebody say this that Al Heyman said this to somebody and I like said, this is just me interjection. So, but maybe along these lines where he was like, why would you fight twice a year when you can make the same, you can make about the same and take less risk by just fighting once a year? Gary Russell Jr. You know what I mean? So it's like, they're making the same amount of money regardless of taking the risk or not. There's no such thing as low risk, low reward anymore, because they still getting fucking low risk, high reward. So it doesn't fucking matter to them. So why should I push for, if I'm Jaime Munguia, why should I push to go fight for a championship when I can make $1 million fighting these dudes over and over and over again and just knowing, winning, barely training, and I'm good to go? What motivation do I have? Oh, okay, I'll make $3 million to fight somebody tough that might knock me out.
Right.
But I will say this: you make a 100%. You have that. That's it's just reality. But at that same time, I see fighters like Andre, for example. He's just my go-to fighter because his entire fucking career is a mismanagement hell. But it's like you base your entire career off of potential one-person fight in Canelo, where then you get paid this certain amount of money. And then when you have your opportunity to fight your mandatory, it's like, yeah, I don't want to fight you. You're a high risk, low minimum reward, and it's like you see what I'm getting? They throw away, there are opportunities and they just toss them away.
I got a different take on that. This is my opinion.
I Godspeed.
Andre had the title at 160, right? The WBO.
Yes, ma'am.
He was on the zone. He couldn't get a fight.
Yep.
They offered a deal to Charlo. Couldn't get the fight. So he had a belt with no leverage. Okay, so then the Johnny Back fight comes up where that's his mandatory. So at that time, it looked like he was trying to petition or maybe trying to go up at 168 with the WBO or whatever, and maybe try to get a Canelo fight for whatever, I don't know if that was what he was doing, but then he was gonna fight Zach Park or whatever. To me, this is just my opinion. He's made some errors, definitely, but I don't think what he does, he's just never been in a position of having the type of leverage for whatever reason, because he had the strap and everybody was kind of, some people were fighting each other, but even Munguia didn't want to fight him.
Okay, so can I respond to that, please?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you make your full point? I agree.
I'll just say he has a fight. He has a belt with no leverage.
You know what? Fair point. There are people that ducked him. Personally, I think Triple G should have went unified with him. I agree. He should have went unified with him. And there are people who I think did avoid Andre, but in that same breath, Andre has had opportunities to rebound from those people ducking him. For example, he had initially was offered $1 million to fight Parker. We saw how Parker looked. He probably may have won, could have, probably should have, would have, could have, probably, but he didn't take that opportunity because he didn't want to take lesser money. So you see what? So this kind of ties into what King of Kings says. He got complacent to an extent. He's complacent with making a decent amount of money fighting nobodies. Like, for example, he could have defended his belt at 160 against Yanni Bekalim Connolly, and he probably would have won. Could have. We saw how he looked in his last fight. Maybe he would have won, but he didn't take that opportunity. Same thing. He could have went to 168, forced that elimination match with Parker, but he didn't do it. So in that same breath, yes, to an extent, I agree. There are he did fuck up at times, but in another point of view, it's like I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna sing the ballads of poor Andre when he's had opportunities and he didn't take them.
Can I just sidebar? I've seen Champ Ross here and we go right back. But I just this is a bit of self-bragging yet again, because, last week I picked, who did I pick, Champ Ross? And I got it spot on.
Leverett Brown.
Leverett Brown was Zepeda and...
Zepeda, yeah.
Yeah, and...
Pro Gray?
Pro Gray, yeah. So this time, spot on again. So I did Fury, KO, round 10. Shouts out to Shannon.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congrats.
Nostradamus.
Yeah.
Nostradamus.
Can I say this right? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, can that really be Nostradamus when the blind people could have seen that coming?
No. But did you have it around 10? That's the thing.
I had it around 9 to 11 because I thought Fury was going to carry it.
Was 9 to 11. I was specific.
Okay, got it. Okay, when it was done, you got it.
Yeah,
you got
around
it.
10.
Yeah, I picked 9 too.
Yeah.
All right, Nostradamus, Godspeed.
Boxstradamus.
Sorry, Lisa.
Boxstradamus. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
go back.
Now I'm gonna just say this, Ivo. Okay, he could have fought those people, like you said. And you know what the people would have said? He fighting another bum. Like they've said about everybody else. So with this guy, it's just like if luck was bad, he has it.
Well, here's the thing. But here's the thing. You may be right. Like I do believe there's always a vocal minority that will talk shit regardless of who you fight. But the overarching majority of people wanted to see a defense, and the people who like for example, I was one of those people who wanted to see him versus Connolly because I thought he would have won. But I was like, okay, if he doesn't fight Connolly and he moves up to fight Zach Parker, I'm cool with that because he wants that Canelo money. I get it. It happens. But he didn't do either of them. So from point of view, I get it. That vocal minority, like that, like those people who don't buy boxing fights anyway, they're always going to talk mad shit about it. But the vocal majority, like that silent majority wanted him to fight one of those two names.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Andrade.
Andrade
against who?
It was either against Aleem Connolly or it was against Zach Parker.
Oh,
like
okay.
There was always going to be a vocal minority that was going to talk shit about that fight, but the overarching majority of people were cool with it.
And the alternative right now is he has no fights. He has like literally he's on the shelf where he may not even get another fight. And his troubles did not just begin. Like he's had troubles picking poor promotions, bad management. So there's multiple things that it's not even necessarily bad luck. Now some of it is like the whole DAZN fiasco to me is a clown fest. For them never arranged a Triple G fight. Like the DAZN right now is suffering based on them not forcing those fights that they had on their bill. To the point now they're trying to do it, but it's just like you've already laid your bet, so now you got to lie in it. But Andre right now, like I say, he's like not, even if somebody was to say, oh, he's a bum, whatever, but at least you're fighting getting paid. He's not doing shit right now. And it's like, and there's no coming out of it. Like, let's think about what's the prospects of him right now getting anything, period. So
I heard he may be fighting on the Tank undercard. I heard that.
Fall from
yesterday.
Grace. Fall from grace. You're supposed to be headlining at this point, and look.
Realistically, he's in his mid-30s. Like he doesn't have that much time really left to do much of anything.
Jesus, if we go to PBC, how embarrassing is that? And goes on somebody's on the card. I've got a slightly Sorry, Chan. I've got a slightly different perspective in that. I honestly think that I'm not just having a dig at him, but boxing in general, especially since the DAZN launch, which injected so much cash into the industry, people are getting paid so much money to fight dog shit. They don't fucking want to get off the couch and fight fucking anybody real. They don't want to do it. Andrade, what was he making? Well, we don't know exactly, but he's probably making 2-3 mil per fight, fighting what? Let's be honest, below average competition.
Right, like British level people.
Exactly. Dog shit. Dog shit.
Yeah, nothing.
Triple G didn't want to fight him. It's on record. I seen it.
Yep, and that's
true. Billy Joe Saunders popped dirty. So I'm looking at the pros, the ebbs and the flows.
Yeah.
At 154 when he was there and he was stripped, I think. I can't remember what happened.
Oh, I think that was the Charlo case.
No. When he was over there,
he left. There was a couple issues with that 154 situation, but the part where I would put some of this on Andrade is because, like you said, none of those guys wanted to fight him. But here's the shitty part. Now, I don't know if he knew before, but at some point he figured it out. You have a promoter or a unit that you signed to not getting you any fights. How is that possible? How are you not shitting? Like when you going after Canelo, you should have been like that. I hate that his dad was there because it kind of make it look corny as hell. Like I said, it's a soundbite for
Let me just roll the soundbite. Let's
there
go.
go.
Yeah, let's go. We gotta do it. We
Oh
gotta
God.
Fuck you! Get your well, get come, be a bitch.
be a pinch.
Thank you. That's why I said, hey, y'all, I told y'all how he should have approached that. And Eddie Hearn was sitting there too. He should have came up with a cup of piss and threw it on him. Just be, like, they're not giving you the fight, so just be as disrespectful. And I promise you, Canelo would have been pissed and wanted to fight him. But he coming up there politely, which your promoter sitting there. How are you not even in the ring with him? So your promoter is protecting you from the other people that you're signed to and getting you no fights. How the hell is that happening?
Yeah, he had a fiduciary duty.
Yeah, he did try. Eddie did try, but people didn't want to fuck with Eddie. Like some people didn't want to fuck with him, and then there was just some people that just, if they wanted to fuck with Eddie, they just didn't want to fight Andrade. It was just he was in a no.
No, I'm saying, but those people that are signed, not necessarily Eddie, but the zone itself, for you to sign a guy. Well, first of all, the Canelo deals to me is a clown fest because it's like you signed them at first. Now they restructured it later, but they signed him at first with him having no requirements to fight anybody they wanted him to. So it's like, why would you bring these guys into a place where, and then Triple G, I don't know how Triple G is dictating anything. For one, he's not really a draw. He's like, as far as his fan appeal is so over goddamn hype. So why wouldn't you have got that fight for Andrade? So because Triple G, it should have been like Eddie Hearn. I mean, not Eddie Hearn, but the Jones would be like, fight Andrade or you ain't getting paid, bro.
Yeah, but Triple G was, Eddie, I guess, could have slipped that in. But you can't force a fighter to fight another fighter. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
I'm not saying to force it, but you can not pay him.
Yeah, but also Eddie's a businessman, and at the end of the day, he knows how much that fight, an Andrade fight, warrants. So he couldn't pitch an Andrade Triple G for Triple G to be getting 15 million and Andrade to be getting like 5, 6, 7, 8 million. It just wasn't cost effective. You could do that with a Canelo because they know they're going to make the money back. But Andrade's marquee value is he's a great fighter, but his marquee value is low. It's low.
Yeah. Well, my judgment wasn't on Eddie Hearn. My judgment is on Andrade. It's like this is
they all play a part in it.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about Ivo earlier about guys getting paid
too much,
good checks for fighting nobody, and then so when they get a chance or there's an opportunity, like literally, like if you want to look, Andre, you need to acclimate at this point in time. You come in and say, okay, well, you say money's an issue. All right, I'll fight this dude for 100,000. Make it happen.
Okay, here's the thing. You see, this is another. I'm happy you brought that up because that ties into his issue with Frank Warren. Thank you so much for bringing that up. The initial offer was for $1 million. He turned it down under the assumption, injury, which I still say is bogus. The second time it was like $300,000. If this is what pisses me off. You want too much for everything you do. If you had bit the bullet, taken less money, you would have been in position for Canelo, and then you either would have made him look like a duck.
Yeah,
or you would have had that fight, but you chose nothing. But you chose to do nothing in 2022 because you wouldn't want to bite the bullet. That's what pisses me off about Andre, and that's why I'm initially I was like, yeah, because I honestly believe Triple G ducked him. Honest to God, I believe that he saved himself. He wanted to save himself.
Canelo ain't gonna fight him either.
Okay,
Canelo ain't gonna fight him either.
But here's the thing, Lisa Bells. Now he's in a position where you can't make Canelo look like a duck because Andre chose to do nothing.
Now you can't. No. So now Canelo may have been a duck, but now you've gave him a get out clause of not looking like a duck now.
Exactly. Now there's no
incentive. Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Exactly. Now there's no incentive. There's no now it's all hyperbole. Now it's like, oh yeah, well Canelo wouldn't have fought him either.
No WBO mandatory. No
exactly.
Position, nothing.
Now you up on, we got a phone call, and you know who the phone call's fucking from.
Arlette.
We just connect you up onto the thing because Arlette's coming to get us because she said that we're haters. So
hey,
why we're haters now? Yeah,
I know you're the first line of defense.
Go ahead, Arlette. Arlette's in the tell us why we're Andrade haters.
Yeah, I was gonna let y'all slide with the Keith Thurman. was gonna let y'all
Oi,
slide with
turn
that
up your
because,
phone because it sounds dead. You sound low.
No,
Turn,
I was gonna let y'all slide
turn
with
up
that.
your phone, Arlette. You do. I can't.
I
I agree. Is she? Can you not hear her?
Very
No,
quiet.
I hear
I
very
heard
quiet.
it. I can hear it now better.
Yeah, but you sound low, Arlette. So what are you doing?
it sounds like there's rain in the background.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're not as loud as you usually are.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a good thing.
That's a
'cause y'all
fact.
Oh, there we
don't
go.
That's better. That's better.
You're up on the master volume. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was saying that as far as I'm gonna let you keep everything because we done past that. But I'm just saying, as far as Andrade, yes, he could have done things different. I agree with Lisa, but a lot of the stuff there, you know, boxing is a business, and a lot of a lot of the most talented fighters we don't know in history never got a chance to really show their talent and who they can beat. Andrade, from what I've known, that he's been around a lot of different promotional companies, and I think he was getting shortchanged for the Zach Parker fight. That's the reason why he didn't accept the fight. It's not like if he was ducking him, but if he was getting paid so much money before, I think it's a slap in the face for him to get paid.
Yeah, but it's not a draw, and neither is Zach Parker. How much do you want Eddie or anybody, any promoter in their right mind? How much do you think that that fight commands?
Realistically, 200,000 pay-per-view buys.
No, but I do understand that, Chan, but you realize that Andrade is in his mid-30s,
Yeah,
and he
exactly.
was getting. I think Eddie Hearn was overpaying him.
Yeah.
He's in his mid-30s, so he thinks that he's at the tail end of his career right now. And I mean, don't get me wrong. He could have made a lot of different changes, because I think he could beat Jamel and Jamal Charlo.
Jamel and Jamal, you mean?
Yeah, because the Jamel fight was one thing. The Jamal fight, because I think Jamal ducked him. Jamal had offered $7 million to fight Andrade, and he didn't take it. I don't see anyone. Yeah, and I think that those fights could have put him on the map. So it's funny that you guys are I don't know the guy that was talking before. They want to talk about Janabek and Parker, but more known fighters ducked him.
Yeah, we know.
Billy Joe Saunders. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that's all that most people can talk about.
I mean,
I brought
at the end of the day, he's still where he is, isn't he?
No, but there's Munguia, there's Triple G, there's Jamal. There's a number of other fighters that could have fought.
As well. Yeah, they're duckers as well. They get we can hear you. They get the rundown as well, though. But we give them the rundown as well. Like I said, like here we go again, Arlette. Just because you want to fuck a fighter doesn't mean that we all have to fall into line. Last time you heard this Dillian White thing. Remember what the show's called? It's called Come Box with Shan. It's not called Who We Want to Fuck.
All right. May I respond?
I love Andrade. I never
You love a lot of them.
Jesus, Chan.
Not to BS. I was I really love Andrade. That's not even a I don't know
you
why
love
my
him
mom
because
called.
you like him. So Arlette, when you like a boxer, you find it very hard to be objective, sis. You do. Nobody can critique, analyze him or Dillian White. We wasn't allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do Andrade. We're not allowed to do Anthony Joshua. We're not allowed to do Keith Thurman because you want to fuck him.
If I can respond to her points, if I can just
point.
No, but you don't. Not when you're being subjective. Like look, Andrade, Dillian White's not elite. You argued with us that Dillian White is he could beat and get a world title, and I was like, but he's never been a world title holder. So we're only calling it the truth. That was a problem for you. Andrade is a problem if we criticize him. I don't know what you want us to say.
But here's the thing. I can agree with some of what Arlette is saying. There were people that ducked him, but at the end of the day, he has to take accountability for his decisions.
Yes.
And
Yes,
we
I-
made the
Exactly.
point you made. They made that.
Yeah,
already.
He has to take accountability for his fucking. He has to take accountability for his dress sense as well, because we keep saying.
Hey, hey, my Capricornian brother Usyk dresses up like a madman, and I love him. But I'm not gonna die on that hill. But
Be
like,
the publicist immediately.
exactly.
Arlette needs to be these guys' publicists. She'd be fucking them on the side, but I
Oh
mean,
my
Now, Sam, Jesus.
They
Can I
should-
chirp in, please?
Arlette,
No, but you know
go ahead,
what?
Ar.
I may be I'm on the
God.
side, but I'm gonna get paid doing it. I'm gonna still get my 70-30.
64.
Chan, can I chirp in, please?
Yeah, Arlette's the groupie. She is. She's the boxing groupie of a handful of fighters. You're not allowed to. They're above reproach. We can't criticize them. We can't even analyze them.
Funny thing is, me and King of King agreed with her. That's the funny part. Like, we made the same points that she made.
Yeah, just yeah. But yeah, we made the same points, Arlette. So I'm not sure what the point that you're making is. If it's a different point, it's not so far.
No, it's not the same point. But you know, I had to like call in.
You had to chime in.
I was like,
Yeah.
I had to chime.
Yeah.
In. When you
when we come for your men, when we come for your imaginary men, you have to chime. You have to get us.
Yeah, I have
talk
to.
about
You know
Keith
that.
Thurman. Keith Thurman's washed as well, and that's just the end of that, Arlette. We ain't got no. There ain't a debate. He's washed.
He's
And
washed.
his hairline is 15 paces back.
He's washed. But you know what, Sid? Errol is still fighting his leftovers. So
there's always gonna be leftovers, isn't there? Everyone fights everyone's leftovers. Like AJ's fought people's leftovers. People's fought AJ's leftovers. It's
but
leftovers,
Errol
isn't it?
Spence, but Keith Thurman still got a better resume than Errol Spence. So
okay, yeah, that's not under scrutiny at all. I guess, to be fair, but I mean, he's still washed. He's not done nothing really spectacular since the loss of Manny Pacquiao. He's basically become obsolete and fought once.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to argue with you. I'm on Arlette on this one, but he fought Mario Barrios and he went decision with him. That's impressive. Like, calm down there, LadyChann. I will die on this hill.
Fucking hell! Yeah, you put me in my place. Sorry about that. Yeah, going the distance with Mario Barrios. Yeah, you better get back in the chat.
Shots fired.
Yeah, back in the chat for you. You lost this one. Love you though.
I'll tell you what. I actually dislike Rose Bank.
Shouts out to Arlette.
Who is that?
Arlette always comes through and sprinkles it with a bit of madness.
We call it
Martinez is.
We're gonna, them not.
Sorry, can I go?
There's a fight card happening right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm watching now.
Martinez is back with Reynoso, huh?
Oh, is it? Yeah, Kiko Martinez. He went to Eddie Reynoso. Yeah, he did.
No, not Kiko Martinez. The little small Martinez.
Sandor Martin.
What's his name again?
You on a Bam Bam? Bam Bam one.
Huh?
Sandor Martin. Sandor.
The little small guy.
That's a Spanish guy.
Sandor Martin. Sandor.
Martin,
the Spanish man.
Name. It's Sandor Martin. That's who's. Ain't it? Ain't that?
No.
Oh, no.
Yep.
No,
No.
that's for
The little.
Which one?
The one that. Oh no, the one that just fought Chocolatito right before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I forgot his first name, but he's Martinez. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah.
Yeah, he's back with Eddie's. I forgot the guy he's fighting. He's walking in now. Eddie Reynoso's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Eddie is walking him in, so he's back with them now. Okay.
So what we should do is we're going to take a break so everybody can watch a bit of thing, and then I'm going to have a break, and then we'll come in with the members thing. Okay, so let's.
Jan, I'll just quickly say something. So I'm still for half an hour.
Right, say that.
Can I quickly just make a point? I'm spoke for half an hour.
Yeah, go on. I ain't been on for half an hour.
Well, I've got a point. But this thing about Andrade, I honestly think that it's 15% his fault and 95% that
No,
he.
you got the maths
Your
wrong.
math's off, buddy.
That would be 85% his fault.
Sorry, 15 and 85. Yeah, 15% his fault, 85% Dazzlin's fault for fucking paying him too much money, and also he didn't duck. Sorry, Billy Joe Saunders didn't duck him. He failed a drug test.
Yeah, he failed a drug
We got the fight.
Yeah,
Nasal spray.
Nasal spray.
Nasal spray.
So, yeah. Okay, well, he forfeited the fight by taking nasal spray.
But I think he fucked himself up. He completely fucked himself. He has fucked himself.
I can't agree with your stats of percentage because I don't know. I don't have a way to like come up with a percentage of that. So I don't know. But I just
I'll tell you what I can't believe.
Across the board with everybody that has to play a part within that team.
Chan, I don't know if you remember. I think it was 2 fights. His second to last fight on Dazzlin. I can't remember which one it was. His Andrade's mother actually went up to Eddie Hearn and gave him fuck.
When it Jason Quigley?
Yeah. She's giving Eddie Hearn fuck when he's paying him fucking wedges.
Well, then is what I'm saying. But listen, as fight people, like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like people like Bob Arum have fighters, and he doesn't want. He sends it all the time to purse bids because he doesn't want to pay his fighters. Eddie Hearn overpays fighters, and everybody's moaning. So if he underpaid them, you'd moan. If he overpays, you'd moan. Like what are we doing?
Well, and here's the thing.
I honestly think. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say. Here's the thing. Eddie Hearn had to overpay the fighters because when the zone came in, it was new. They had to get fighters on this side of the street. Now, mind you, it's not necessarily the good news, but like it had to be done on his aspect from business. But I mean, to be fair, like the Showtime has been overpaying their fighters for a long time as well. The case in point, I always go to is Leo Santa Cruz, who gets paid millions for fighting no names.
Them broke. No.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I remember I said.
I'll be honest. I don't think any fighter gets overpaid. Anyone that gets in the ring and fights deserves what they can get.
How much they get fucking paid. I do want them to go in the ring. I will discuss how much they get paid for going in the ring, but I couldn't care less as long as they get in the ring. But I mean, Andrade's just not done his. It's just not done his due diligence by passing over $1 million fight. And then your marquee value is so dropped down that your next offer is $300,000. So
realistically,
they don't think you're going to show up for the fight. I mean, they don't have no trust that you'll show up.
Yeah. Another skit there. We don't believe you. We need more people.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Realistically,
it's classic Frank Warren.
Realistically,
he offered him a mill. Then he stiffed him large and thought, "Fuck you! You don't want this fight, so I'll offer you the shittest amount of money in the world, and you won't take it." That's what he done. And then
I disagree with you, Mark. I disagree with you on this. He offered him a mill. Andre turned it down. That's Andre's fault, not Frank Warren. Warren did the second time. Doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. He gave him the initial offer. If you weren't happy with it, fuck off. Here's the new one. Here's the bare minimum I'm going to pay for you. Yeah. That's his fault. That's not Warren's.
So he didn't offer. He didn't take it the first time. The second time, it's fuck you. You can have fucking less than half.
His fault went to press.
You should have took the mini. Why you never took the mini?
It went to press bid. Press bid. Shit happens in press bid.
I feel like
and that's what his market is.
I know I let supporter here. I actually feel sorry for Andrade because I honestly think that PBC, Showtime, fucking ESPN have basically. They've all fucking formed a conglomerate and said, fuck you, Eddie Hearn. Unless it's a massive fight that we can get together and make loads of money with, we're not doing no fucking business for you. Get fucked.
You know?
Well, at that time, he wasn't with Eddie Hearn. At that point, he was a free agent.
Gross.
What? That fight?
Yeah, no, when the purse bid for Frank Warren came, he was a free agent. Andre was not with Hearn.
No, I'm not about the purse bid. I'm on about when he was with Matchroom.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting the fights because BBC and ESPN and Bob Arum were basically saying, "Fuck you, we're not doing business with you. We're not going to give you any fights unless it's a super fight we can make loads of money out of. You can get fucked." They basically want Eddie Hearn out of America.
Yeah, they're trying to do that, but you know, such is life.
You know what?
not here to defend Eddie Hearn.
You make it look like that. Like that's something you and I can probably possibly agree on, but like that's not the problem at this point. At this point, the problem was like because you mentioned like like Andre, like he did get shafted in that second press bid, but that was the bed he made for himself.
Yeah,
that's the issue. That was he chose that for himself.
$1 million was you was actually being overpriced at $1 million, and that's
Exactly.
to say because he's not even $1 million fighter. So when he turned that down, who's his buzzing like that? Fucking sort out you.
It's my fucking. Sorry, it's my fucking fridge being a cunt. It's just stopped. I apologise, Chan.
New fridge en route. $1 million.
Oh, at least it made you laugh. That makes fucking sense. No one pissed off from me.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm saying is $1 million is overpriced there. So therefore, when you decline that, he was offered what his really marquee value is. It's 300 bags. That's crazy, but you should have took the mill.
Yeah, you were saying that. He would have got the ESPN fight with fucking what's he called? And an hour would have paid him about 1.5 or 2. What the fuck did he take that fight? The Janabek fight, yeah. He got 1.5 for that, easy. 1.5 easy.
You know what's
but
funny?
He shot it. He took that fight.
Andre's in this funny position right now where he's going to watch this fucker Ryder get $15 million for a Canelo fight because he chose not to do that fight with Parker, which he could have maybe, who knows, won. And he did that to himself.
Yeah, because Parker was this so-called fucking new killer on the thing.
Yeah, Janabek didn't look good in his last fight. After all this is what I'm saying. We can't do nothing for him no more. Like I don't know, like we've discussed him from high heaven down to the depths of near enough hell.
Where his career's at.
Yeah,
I just peep bullshit, and I call it for what it is.
Yeah, we've called
some of the stuff that happened with him in the business.
Yep, and we've dissected that, and we've told the truth on that. So he's been ducked. He has been ducked, and then he did. He's not got really the best business acumen, and it showed, unfortunately, and that's just how it goes. There's nothing more that we can absolutely say on the Andrade situation until he's there for another fight. Then we can analyze that. Until then, I think we've spoken so much about Andrade.
Yeah, fuck
Andrade,
let's move on.
Yeah, you've got one, mate. I can't keep dwelling on Andrade.
And also, last thing I will say is, I know he was ducked, but he's also fucking ducked a couple of people. He's fucking shy as well.
Well, he just didn't want to do the Janibek thing, and he did that twice. So it leads me to believe that he didn't have the confidence that he thought he could beat Janibek, in my opinion.
Or Parker.
I don't know why he did that Parker. That
was weird.
That befuddles me, but
yeah, and me.
That's where it is.
Weird.
That's where it is. We can't speak him into existence, into a fight. You know, we can't.
I honestly think he's in a bad place. Honestly think he's in a bad place. The last time I seen him.
Jake Paul. He's called out Jake Paul. He's called out Chris Eubank Jr. He's all over the place. He was drunk doing it as well.
That's what I was going to say. He was pissed up on fucking social media, talking about fucking Billy Joe Saunders.
I'm not using my wishes on Andre getting a fight, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta use those for other things.
He's only got 3, and
here's the.
Andrade.
You know what the issue is with the Chris Eubank situation? That happened a week after he pulled out of the Parker fight initially.
Well, do you know what I need? Do you know I need to get on it, Ivo? Isan.
Oh God.
Well, he's his nephew or cousin or something. Cousin? Isan. Ain't Isan his cousin?
He ain't taking that fight. Eubank stopped him.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Eubank stopped him. Isan his cousin or his nephew?
Fuck if I know.
Isan's his. Isan, that goes on Julius's. Isan's his. I want to say Isan's his cousin. AJ wouldn't know, but AJ dropped off.
Could very much be so.
Yeah.
Second, third, or fourth? Or fifth cousin? Which one?
I don't know.
Take a pick.
We don't know that.
It's fucking bad. It's bad.
Your mic is muted.
He taking Eubank fight. Eubank stops him.
Yeah,
Eubank stops him.
Muted. Yeah.
Nah.
My mic.
Nah. Andrade's way better than Eubank.
Eubank is fucking garbage, dude.
Eubank's got a fucking granite chin.
Man, Andrade will have him all fucked up with them uppercuts coming from them weird angles.
No way.
I made this point on Julius's channel. I'm going to repeat it here. Eubank Jr. has the same ring IQ that my 12-year-old sister has.
No, here's the sad part about that.
I'm not saying he's a good boxer.
If Andrade fought him, that would be the best fighter on his record.
That'd be the best fighter.
That's the sad part about it.
That's a fact, not opinion.
I'm not saying he's a good fighter, Chan. I'm not saying he's a good fighter. What I'm saying is he's got a good chin and he's got a gas tank. And Andrade, he would fucking tired in a stretch, and fucking Eubank would beat him and stop him.
Everything that you said is not a lie, but I mean, at the end of the day, his chin is proven against who?
That one dude.
Gale.
You don't know that one dude from across the street?
Didn't we get fucking whacked by Groves once? What was that sparring? I can't remember.
Groves?
They sparred. There was footage of it. Where fucking Groves whacked him.
Yeah, but Groves has been, he's another generation before. That's Groves and Frott. I mean, you're supposed to whack up Groves in sparring. He's old.
Yeah, Groves was around
during the sparring.
Exactly.
Sparring shit anyway. Yeah, who cares? That's not even like, let's bring your sparring into the actual ring. Like
now sources say David Benavidez sparred Bivol and won, so I'm just saying.
Oh God!
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, Bivol looked at Rock at the beginning. It's like they said later he might have slipped on some water, but I think that was a punch, bro.
Mate, I'm not talking about sparring. What I'm saying is Eubank has got an engine. He hasn't.
We're not all above and beyond. He's not a world beater. He's never had a world title. I
think he's above average, and that's about it. But I think he outlasts him and stops him late. Sorry if everyone disagrees and thinks that's bad, but that's what I think.
I mean, hey, Godspeed. You're entitled to your opinion, but my issue with Eubank is the same issue that I have with most people at 160. You don't have any names on your resume. You can have a gas tank against fucking Fred Carlo or like my fucking taxi driver, but that doesn't mean
the Gale.
Over the hill to Gale.
I know you're gonna say shit. He was shot. I know he was. I was joking. I know he was shot.
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Mark? What you talking about, Mark?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Eubank's chin is better than fucking Andrade's, and his gas tank's better. So what does that fucking tell you?
You know, honestly, I can't tell you because real talk, Andrade hasn't fought mostly anybody, and neither has Eubank Jr. So honestly, it could, for all I know, be the battle of the averages or the battle of the above averages.
Mark is trolling right now.
I agree. They're both average or just above average. Neither of them are world beaters, and never will be. But for me, Eubank beats Andrade. I think 7 days out of 7. 7 days out of 7, he beats him.
Eubank went the distance with. Did he go? Is it Liam Williams?
Roses are red.
Not Williams. Not Williams.
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
Who did you go the distance with in the bubble? Eubank.
Fuck no, they're talking about a year and a half ago. I ain't got a clue. He knocked Williams out.
The little lad that came. No, there was a lad that he fought in the bubble. Wasn't it Williams? He fought someone. Eubank.
Williams is the Welsh bloke. He knocked him out. He knocked him out clean.
Yeah, did he stop? No, he's dropped. What was the last fight he had? He dropped the geezer.
I can't remember.
He dropped the geezer a couple of times, but he went the distance. This fight now, the last fight he just had, he went the distance after vowing that he was going to stop the guy. Someone pull up the resume for me of Chris Eubanks Jr. so I can say the name of who he fought.
Roses are red.
I can't remember. I don't care because I don't like the cunt.
Yeah,
I think he's horrible.
Stats and data here.
Eubank is mid and Berlanga would beat them both.
But I'm just being honest. He still beat.
No entry without my authorization. Doors are sealed.
Yeah, someone pull it up, please. I beg.
I'm just being objective, Chan. I don't like Eubank. I never have done. I think he's boring. But I still think he beats Andrade.
Go ahead,
What
Edward.
fight are you talking about?
Who was his last fight that he just fought? Eubank.
Liam Smith. Wait, no.
No.
Yeah,
He has
Liam.
to be
No,
fight.
that's sorry. It's Liam Williams.
January.
Who did he
That's in
fight?
January.
Liam Williams.
So I was right, wasn't I? Okay.
He knocked him out, didn't he?
No, he went the distance.
I thought he knocked him out
12
clean.
round UD.
12 rounds. 12 round UD, innit? It went the distance. Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought he knocked him out.
Then the fight before that, oh no, I've got it wrong because then Andrade fought William. Didn't Andrade fight Williams?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Andrade knocked him down in the first round, but then in the end, Andrade, that wasn't an impressive win for Andrade because we just thought, really, you should have just really caned him. But I mean,
here's my
Yeah,
Lady
then
Chan.
Eubanks fought him after that, right after he had lost.
Lady Chan, here's why I have no I'm not big on Andre, but I believe Andre would whoop Eubanks' ass for one simple reason. Eubank has no IQ. Remember when he fought against Billy Joe, man? That was the worst performance I've ever seen in a boxer who would do the exact same thing, no variation in anything. And he sees it's not working. When you uppercut for 7 rounds and it's not hitting and you keep uppercutting, why?
I'm saying his punch selection was severely limited.
That's a bad take.
Funny enough.
Go on, mate. Go on, mate.
Funny enough, Conor Benn, even though he's a drug cheat, whatever the hell he is, man, that would have been a competitive fight because of how dumb Eubank is.
He's a cheater.
Don't
bring up that cheater.
I had him winning, but I mean, you cheated, so we.
Deep down, I know they all cheat.
Yeah, we don't believe you, cheater.
Yeah, we don't believe.
No, he's not a cheater. He's clean. It was eggs. It was eggs. Loads and loads of eggs. He's clean.
That did it.
Eddie owns money. Eddie owns money, and the lawyers are going to get him off. He won't get a ban. He won't get a ban.
Eddie Hearn's come out and said that that he still believes that he's innocent and stand by. You know, we've been standing by for a long time. Stand by that it's going to come out.
Sources say that there's a brown paper bag waiting at Vada's doorstep.
Sources say that.
Sources say.
With his B sample.
Yeah, the infamous B sample.
Yeah. And they'll have a C sample as well.
Yeah.
Put it this way, I think he cheated, but I'm saying I think Eddie Hearn gets him off. I think Eddie gets him off scot-free.
Eddie said, I don't think he'll get banned, but we're waiting for Mauricio Suleiman. Varda's going to, they're going to all join forces like Voltron. There will be a ban.
Who is it? Who is actually...
Pause after you say that, bro.
Huh?
What's that?
Next time you say that, say pause, please.
Pause?
Nah, no pause on this one, man. It's gonna go down.
You say it. What do you say?
So you gonna have to just take it.
He gonna wish there was something involved, but it's gonna go rough. No pause.
No pause on that one.
No pause, man. Hey, but Conor Benn's gonna regret going with fucking Eddie Hearn. They're all gonna go on his ass, man. No pause.
Pause. That's a pause.
No. He's gonna feel like
he's not fucking Gerald Miller. He's not Gerald Miller. He'll get fucking. I reckon he'll get no ban or a minimum 3 months, and then he'll still fight Eubank next year, next summer.
6 months it won't make any difference because they don't fight that often anyway. I reckon he'll get between 6 months to a year. They're saying 2 years is where it starts off from, but I mean Canelo got 6 months. So
Lady Chen, you know what Conor Benn's problem was? He didn't come to me. I would have told him the better cycle, but shit happens.
Stand by for your first episode that I'm putting out. I'm putting it out on Monday. Well, we've got it on the members in its entirety, but now I'm gonna, share it bit by bit because that was really eye opening. And you got someone in your membership or your subscriber that's doing a PhD in what is it, endocrinology?
Endocrinology, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I got it right.
Let's go.
Me. Share your PhD with me just for getting that right. Fuck it.
Jan, you said it, but can you spell it?
The data code.
That's the real test.
Can you spell it?
ENDOCRON.
Nope.
Chronology.
Chronology.
Crin. Is it crin? Oh,
CRI.
Oh, is it? Okay, so ENDOCRINOLG. LGY. Wow. Yeah. Endocrinology, not chronology.
Yeah.
Got you.
No.
Endocrinology. Yeah. So not that bad.
Yes,
Test
ma'am.
me again on something else, Mr. Mark.
Ivo, on what you said earlier about Conor Ben like fucking up a psycho.
Say as well. You can say it, but could you spell it? What made you say that even?
Yeah,
I
jackass
just wanted
mode.
to spell it. I just wanted to make you squirm for 30 seconds. That's all.
You
Only a
made
joke, mate.
I never squirm. Come on, this is LadyChann in the building.
In the
Takes a lot.
Uzdanya.
In the Uzdanya.
Ivo, what you said earlier about him fucking up his psycho, Conor Ben. Well, he went to a fucking island. He was on an island. Do you think the fucking BBB, OFT, or fucking UCAB was going there?
I tell you what made me squirm when you opened your fucking fridge.
It's a fucking mini fridge, and it's on the side. It's not my proper fridge. I've got a full length American fridge.
There I squirmed.
Man, y'all ain't shit. I love this place.
He's taking a piss now. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna show her.
So you'll buy our fridges, but you won't be our fans. That sucks. Look at what?
No.
It's just, I don't want to see.
Holy
shit.
shit, bro! I see the
Jeffrey Dahmer refrigerator.
Four lights, fam.
Bro, I just saw the Serengeti star rise, man. Holy hell!
The Serengeti star rise. Are you serious?
Holy shit, bro! I was hearing the Hakuna Matata in the background, man.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah. Oh no.
You're showing us you, babe. You're not showing us your fucking.
I can't fucking turn it around. Yeah.
Yeah, I see some bloke.
American fridge.
No, we can't see it. It's still not,
to the left.
still not in
Your
shot.
other left.
Just get off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does, because you're installing my fridge, and I'm upset. And I might sue somebody.
Yeah,
that is fridge discrimination.
It sounds
Turn
like
the camera off.
your fridge sounded like this. Your fridge was louder than the Starship Enterprise.
Beam me up.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the big fucking. It wasn't the big fucker. It was the little bastard making a noise. Not the big fucker. The little bastard.
Go near your fridge now. Do it again. Go near that loud fridge. Go near the loud fridge.
Fucking, mate, this is a brand new phone. I ain't got a fucking clue how to turn the camera around. That's how fucking useless I am.
Go near that loud fridge again, please. Let me just hear it one more time.
How do I turn this fucking phone around?
Oh, I just want to hear it. We just want the audio. Go ahead, go next to it, and let me hear it.
It's a brand. You want to hear the fridge, right? All right.
Loud one. Yeah, loud one.
Edward, man, I needed that laugh, man. Holy shit.
Go ahead, go on.
I've turned it off. I've just turned it back on.
Turn it back on. Let's hear what it does.
Sounds like a jackhammer going off.
Go ahead.
Hang on. The fucker's not making a noise now. He's on your side, John. The fucker's not making a noise now.
It's because the Borg's got to it. The Borg's got to it, man.
Borg's got to it.
Yeah, 7 and 9. 7 and 9 fucking murdered it.
Seal the doors to this room. No entry without my authorization. Doors are sealed.
Janeway was a cunt. I hated Janeway. She's a cunt.
Oh well, you're on Janeway's ship right now.
I don't know why that gets me, man.
who was the best character in Star Trek Next Generation? Who was the best character? Who was the best character?
Caesar.
Establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 731178888 732 476789764376 lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Now,
83497. Yeah.
Controversial hot take. I think Darth Vader was probably the best character on that show, personally.
I know you're joking. I know you're joking.
Star Wars shit. We're not falling for it now.
Thank you.
Damn
I'll
shame.
tell you
Star
what, he was a
Wars.
brilliant
Oh,
actor.
yeah.
What was the film he was in where he had like he had a clever mind and he could say all the animals?
This is when Data got like glitched, and he used Captain Jean-Luc Picard's voice to access and destabilize the whole entire ship. So that wasn't how Data really spoke. He was using Captain Jean-Luc Picard to override the ship in that episode. Yeah, so I liked him, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Lieutenant Riker, a few of them.
I didn't like Riker. Riker was fucking up his own ass. He must have fucking arm smooth and I can have any part I want. Proper cunt he was.
God fucking damn it.
I've been Star Trek three times now. 3 times you Star Trek, mate.
I want to watch this card, and I'll be back on the flip side because I want to watch a bit.
Because it's a good little scrap going on right now.
Yeah, I want to watch this. Well, it looked like it's a good fight, but I'm not sure.
Fine, y'all off. Thank you very much. I'll be back on the flip side. Thank you.
Before you go, Jan, before you go,
yeah.
Before you go, your favourite character from Star Trek Next Generation was Data. I asked you, and you didn't know. I don't know. Do you actually know what that film was, where you could name every animal from A to Z?
No.
And did it really quickly.
No.
It was a brilliant film, and I can't remember the name of it.
No.
It might have been Phenomenon. I'm not sure.
No clue. Don't know.
It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
On the flip side. But thank you, Mark. Yeah, we'll talk about it another time. Thank you, Mark, for being in the build. King in the build. Lisa Bell's my sister. Thank you for being in the build. And AJ Alday in the build.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit, I can't do that. Come on. Nearly. Fuck me. I nearly did. I nearly went in front of the TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna solo out now. So
nearly fucking did that, and you would have went fucking mental, wouldn't you? If I'd shown a bit of the screen, fuck's sake.
All right, so so you know what we're here to do. Thank you for you guys for chiming in. We will be coming back with a members only. If you want to join the members only, so you can be in the live, I would tell you to basicamente is go and click the link that I've put in the chat, or just go to the front of my page and there's the join button. You know, you pay for a McDonald's every month. That's what it is, really. It's very cheap.
I'm talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, we talk about different things. Anyway, this is what we're here for, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red? You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Shouts out to Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora for that trash ass fight, and we've got that out of the way now. Yeah, that was tough. But yeah, you know, we're here to seek knowledge, and knowledge is what?
Knowledge is key.
Sorry for what.
So if it one, not bad I see nothing because nothing I got one. Lock off your ice cost me, make you come.
Chan, I was going to ask you.
Them not like me, some not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, fun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's floppy flight.
Chan, I was going to say, can I download that song from somewhere? Like, is it on iTunes or something?
On all digital platforms, all my music, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, everywhere where you can get music, I'm there.
I do like that vibe.
Type in my name and it will come up. Yeah. Okay.
That was a compliment for me. That's quite rare, isn't it?
Very much. Thank you very much. Just type it in anywhere that you wanna, and it will come up, whichever way, and you can buy it like that. Download. Thank you very much. We are always ready, listo, and lista.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
Was that bitch? I'm that bitch. Always will be that bitch.
You're done, it's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
And yeah, so anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Thank you for joining me on Come Box with Chan. Gyan. Thank you very much. Jan! Lady Chann has left the building.
LadyChann! Fight!